Hello, your Clix land.
Sorry, that was just really funny.
Take two. All right, here
No,
Clix land.
why? There's no take. We're here. We're here now. We stuck the landing.
All right,
There's no
this is
take.
this is why I love doing. I love these episodes. It's my favorite. All right, for those still listening
Take
to
three.
us, this is Talking Clicks, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix, Roundtable Nerds at Roundtable Edition. I'm your host Wespool. With me, as always, is Scott the Missing Link. Hello, Scott.
Good evening.
And my faithful knights of the Round Table, Tony Tiger Clark person.
It's the ring, bitch.
And Jay the Iron Chef.
What's up,
Nice.
nerds?
Nice.
For those who don't know, Jay has many talents, one of which does not get shouted out nearly enough is his culinary skills. When he sends me a picture and it looks like something that what's
Gordon Ramsay. You want to say Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay, yeah. Something he made.
Hey, no, I
was
don't.
gonna say
My
Wolfgang
presentation
Puck.
skills. My presentation skills are nowhere near that good. The food tastes good, yes, but my presentation is nowhere near that level.
Nice.
Well, I'm
No,
telling
that's
you,
where he
Jay,
was going with it. I can read his mind.
if I ever become a trillionaire, I am hiring you as my personal chef.
Word.
Okay.
All right, that was a fun start to the show. All right, so we are the round table. Today we have a number of topics we want to get to. It was kind of funny that as we were preparing for the show, as of yesterday, there was hardly any news going on in Heroclix Land, and then Wizkids just decides to drop some news on us today. And like, perfect timing. We are going to record tonight. Before we do that, though, I want to shout out Scott Porter's Heroclix for Huntingtons that just finished up. He is the inspiration behind Red, White, and Clix. I'm very happy to see somebody taking something we already do for fun and gather around as a community anyway and using it for a greater good. That is wonderful to know. I have not been able to attend myself. I hope to next year. As far as I know, the only person in this group that did attend is Tony Clark. Correct?
Yay. I definitely attended. It was overall, it was a great time. Scott Porter is as advertised. He is as advertised. He's as cool as the other side of the pillow. Just such a genuinely nice guy. He loves talking comics. So when people complain about him talking comics too much in his videos, you get him talking about his favorite run or something like that. And he'll go on and on and on. He and I were swapping stories about like talking about knowing, industry bigwigs like Jim Lee and stuff like that, and having those types of talks and sharing pictures. Like he wrote a very nice message to me on the map that he had made this year. Talking about just my art and what can be perceived as toxic positivity. I absolutely love it. So I was very, very happy to finally meet him. Met a whole bunch of people. It's always good to see the community. My wrap up of that is dropping tomorrow. And the community is just a great thing, and it's a shame that some of it was marred by some craziness. But I mean, that just can't be helped because we're all humans. Overall, I had a great time. I played me some BRs. I played in the sealed event. The sealed event, unfortunately, was the thing I came there to. That's the event I liked the most, but it was marred by what all of us who know about Clix, and once you see the list of what's in Venom, you know that if you let this set run at its full capacity, you know what's gonna win at the end, and it won at the end, which is Null. At first, Scott had said that they were probably going to do something about it, but they weren't allowed to. They had to let it run as is. They let people mulligan, so it was end up with 9 nulls out there. I ran into null in round 2, right? Now, here's what my opponent told me. My opponent said, I'm going to run from you once I score points. Why? Because I don't want to score your whole team. So don't concede to me Just let me score points and I'm gonna run for you. That's what my opponent told me.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a great time for me.
That sounds
Well,
like a
hold on.
great time for me. Okay, so here's the cool thing, Scott. I had two of the exact same. I had two characters named Spider Man on my team. I had two of the black suit Spider Man. I fought. I was fighting Null. Null hit this one Spider Man, killed him, killed both Spider Man. He said, "Don't concede to me because I don't want your full build." He killed the one Spider Man, which ends up killing two Spider Man, which was my two main attackers on my team, along with Host Rider, who is a great piece. Host Rider is a great SR. Um, I said, okay, I concede. He was like, no, no, no. I was like, I'm not chasing you around for 45 minutes, sir. I'm not going to do it. He didn't speak another word to me the whole time I was there.
Who was this?
this was this was none other than, unfortunately, no. Y'all really want me to say his
I mean,
name?
we can go check the
Uh,
matchups for round two if we need to.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this. Go check my, if you want to know, go to HG units. The reason being is because, like, it's disappointing that that player of all players was the one that did that. He's the last person that I would expect to do that. And here's my thing, real fast without going too long into this. If you have the strongest character in the game, why in the world would you run from anyone and not try to get as many points as you can?
Mhm.
This is in Heroclix in general. Why would you just say, "Oh, I'm just trying to," like, I think that is that's the weakest strategy I've ever seen in my life. I'm only going to try to score a certain amount of points so I can take, quote unquote, the easy route to the top cut. I think it's the silliest thing I've ever seen. It is the most, like, you know, it's the weakest thing I've ever seen, and it goes on way too much in HeroClix, where people try to take the easy road to victory or to a top cut before they play. I think it's horrible. So I cleared everyone that I played. I took all of their team. Why? So that when I do lose, I still might end up making the same cut. Versus, I'm only going to take a little bit of points, and then once I lose, now I go even further down. Um,
What day
but
of the
that
week
was
was
just,
this?
huh?
What day of the week was it?
This was Saturday. Saturday. It was Saturday. It was Saturday. And it was round two of the Scott Porter versus the world. Unfortunately, I didn't face Scott Porter. I would have loved to face Scott because he had a really great team with Chase, Venom, and I would have loved to do it. But it was unfortunately, there was a lot of cheating going on. There was cheating going on, unfortunately. And when you look at my opponent and you look at what he did, my opponent ended up getting DQ'd for cheating. So in round five, he got DQ'd. So because we did 5 rounds of Swiss, um,
okay.
and that part sucks, right? Because it's called, just play it fair. Play it fair. You already pulled the strongest piece in the set. You already are winning. Why go through dastardly deeds to try to win, especially when that particular player just didn't even need, you don't need more
I mean, he's
product.
already taken out your two big attackers. What's the need? Like
Why would you run?
he could
So
slow he could slow down a little bit and still play a game, give you like fleeting hope at least.
so
You got three stop clicks to chew through on that
you
null.
got 3 stop clicks to chew through. Why are you scared of my Sliver, who I had, and my Host Rider? Those are and my, like, I think Venom Bot. Those are the three pieces I had left. Why are you scared of that? Venom Bot can't do enough damage to you. Even if he does, like, he has to hit every single thing.
All right,
But
so I'm going to call an audible on this one. There's one thing I can't stand is ambiguous storytelling. If we're
yeah,
going to put it out there, we're going to put it out there.
okay,
I
so that's
took two
fine with me.
seconds to look up the stats, and it was Mr. Howard Brock himself.
Yeah. I mean, and that was sad. It's sad that it was Howard, because Howard is the maker of the ROC. And I've played against Howard in the past, and
Back that up, roll it back a little bit. He is the holder of the ROC. It
oh,
was a group of people that
it was a
came up
group.
with the ROC.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You are absolutely right. It was a group of people that made the ROC. He is the holder of the ROC and one of the people that helped make the, or helps run the HeroClix for Huntington, which is a charity event. It being a charity event, it is sad to me that him and anyone else would do the things that they did at that charity event. Um, Cheating is bad. any way, shape, form, or fashion, especially at a game, especially when the grand prize isn't even $1,000 worth of like stuff that you'll actually just necessarily sell. It's less than $1,000 in most cases. Like, why would you cheat? It's a charity event. Charity. Scott Porter cried twice talking about Heroclix for the Huntington's disease that his family is like dealing with. His mother-in-law. He cried twice in front of a room full of grown people. Why would you cheat at an event, right? So knowing that this man would say, "Hey, guess what? I only want a certain amount of points, and I'm gonna run from you with the strongest piece in the game." That put a sour taste in my mouth, but I continued to play. Shout out to I forgot the guy that I played in round 5 because he had Carnage and he didn't run. He just let me. He stood there and was like, "I'm just gonna fight you." And you don't have to play that way, but it sucks to say, well, don't give me your whole team because I don't want to run into another Carnage because or another null because that'll make me have a double loss. When the next round
It's
he
round
faced
4.
somebody.
Round 4.
So here we go. Before round 4, he faced another guy in the third round, and that guy scored 15 points. Here's the thing. He didn't have anything that was worth scoring 15 points. Why? Because in my round, we both he had a Venom bot on his sideline that he could generate, but we both that's not a standard character. So we both said, "Oh, well, you can't even generate this Venom bot that you have. So how would his opponent get 15 points? More cheating. More cheating. It's just that's more cheating. He didn't have anything else. It's more cheating. So that's unfortunate. But overall, Heroclix for Huntington, shout out to the team from Maryland, Luke, Ant, and Brian. They won. I can't wait to see what their bystander does. Shout out to the people who won Fellowship, Mike, Byron, and I forgot what the other guy's name was. He makes boxes like Adam does, really cool carrying cases. They are making a
Jonathan.
map. Say that again.
Jonathan.
I think so. I think so. I couldn't tell you what his name was, is but all three very nice guys. They won fellowship, and they won fellowship for the exact opposite of what was happening in the sealed event, which was people playing through and taking their lumps on the chin and taking it as is and not cheating. And unfortunately, it's not like Howard was the only person that was cheating. It was other people that were cheating with him, and that part sucks because this is for charity. So like it's shitty and it makes me look at everyone involved differently now. I'm like, oh, okay, well you were cheating. You were cheating. So like now I don't now everything that you've done and do going forward is going to make me look at it with an air of like, did you really achieve that or did you collude with somebody and help you cheat? But overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I had like an 8. And I'm gonna go again. I told Scott Porter I'm gonna go again. I would suggest anyone that hasn't been to Heroclix from Huntington go at least once, if nothing more, to just have some fun. Um, BRs are always fun. I got to play in one BR. I got to play to the last BR that Scott played for the weekend. I got to play in it, and I was very happy about that. And it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was a great time overall. You know.
Well, I want to say
So,
kudos to you for not letting one negative interaction affect your
oh
whole
yeah, man.
visit. You had a great time, it sounds like, and you're going
I
back.
did.
So
I
I
did.
wasn't there, so I can't really speak to this other than I hope that for his own sake that there is another side to this coin that is shown at some point. But
There is no there. I'm sorry, Wes. There is no side. There is no other side. Unfortunately,
yeah,
unfortunately,
it's
there
just
is no
it's a
side.
bad look. I don't know. I can't speak to exactly what happened because I
It's
wasn't
that, but
there.
it's
But
that's
I got a
cheating.
question for
It's
you.
cheating. That's all it is. It's if I say you have null and you have a venom bot that can't come in because he can't generate it because it's not a standard character. How does your next opponent, your next two opponents, get 15 points? How? That's cheating, right? It's cheating. After we called the judge over, we called the judge over and was like, hey, can you generate? Null doesn't have to generate anybody. He doesn't have to. It says up to 2 characters, so you can generate 0. Fine. But we was like, oh, standard characters. You can't even generate the thing he had on his that he was carrying with him. He did not have a symbiote soldier with him in round 2. He didn't have it on him. He didn't. He didn't have it on him. So whatever points that those next two opponents got, they didn't come from Howard Rock. They came from someone else. I don't know how he acquired those things, but he didn't have it when he faced me in round 2. So
So
it's
I got
cheating.
a question for you, Antonio.
Go. Go for it.
You were there all weekend, yes?
I got there. That was a whole nother story about there. I got there on Friday. Realistically,
Okay.
I
So
got to start playing on
you were
Friday.
there when they did the quarterfinal event? There's only like
Yes.
8 people show up for it.
Um, I didn't even. You know what? I didn't even. To be honest, I didn't even pay attention, Scott. I didn't even pay
Okay, it's
attention.
fine. Because I was told that if you enter into the quarterfinal event, you have to be in the top half to get invited to the finals, which was on Sunday.
Once
And
I,
everyone that was in that quarterfinal was playing on Sunday.
once I saw that you had to have all these points and everything like that before I got there, when I saw that you had to have 200 points to get in, and when I saw what they were giving to the BRs and stuff like that, I wasn't gonna just BR it out. I only played maybe for those 3 days. I maybe played like 10 BRs total. So once I saw that that was a thing, I was like, I'm not thinking about silver at all. I wanted to play in the 3v3 and I wanted to play in the sealed
Still.
event. Those were the major events. I didn't come prepared for sealed. And even though people were like, Antonio, this is how good the community was. The community was like, I got enough points. Here's all the points that you need. I was like, I didn't come prepared for silver, so I'm not gonna play. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come like with the
Okay.
proper
One
team, and
more
I don't want to just
question about the event. How's my boy Paul?
um shout out to my homeboy Paul. Uh, he had a personal issue that popped up on him that didn't allow him to play the way that he needed to. But he's doing better now. I talked to him the other day. Shout out to him. He was the reason why I was able to come. Just like how when it comes to Red, White, and Clicks, Wes was like, if you need a place to stay, you have my couch. You can come stay with me. The same way Wes opened up his home to me, Paul opened up his home to me. So shout out to him. That's again, this community is good. Overall, this community is great people, right? It sucks that it gets marred by the silliness and the shit that doesn't need to, like, things that go against the spirit of the game, like cheating and colluding and all this other shit. Like it doesn't matter. Like this is just a game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a
Mhm.
game. So, but Paul's, we had a good, we had stories to tell. Like, if you get the chance to talk to him, you talk
It's
about.
been a hot minute since I talked to him. I need to reach out to him.
But he's good people. Paul's good people. Again, 9 times out of 10, most people that you meet in the Heroclix community are good people if you actually get to talking to them. So
Jay, you look like you're physically holding your mouth shut. Is there something you want to say?
let it out,
No,
Jay.
no. I saw something and it's made me laugh. I preparing for one of the next sections of our call.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So, well, thank you for sharing that. I'm glad you went. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad everybody that went had fun. I really want to go next year. I really, really, really want
You
to go
should,
next year.
man. You should. Look, Scott Porter said, "Are you coming? You got to come back." I said, "I will, Scott. Let's do it. I'll be back next year. I'm gonna try to bring my girlfriend too. So like, because it's a great time. It really is a great time. The dinner was nice. I wish I had thousands of dollars to throw at the auction for all the things.
Do we know
Because they
what you
had
brought
some,
in?
huh?
Do we know how much we made?
They said it was like $84,000, which I think is
Damn.
amazing. It's amazing, man. Like again, Scott Porter might not seem like a big star to the average person, because his face isn't on all these billboards all over the place, and he's not like the leading man in any of these big movies that we know. But like this man has been around in the industry for a long time, knows so many people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And isn't big headed about it, and that's the thing I love about him, and is very accessible. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't walk around with his chest puffed out. He's just a great guy, and anytime you want to talk to him, he was willing to. So if anyone listens to anything that I've said this whole time, go to Heroclix for Huntington. I think you're gonna have a great time. I'll be there, and let's roll some dice.
All right. Um, does anybody else want to say anything about what's been said so far?
No, H for H in the bed.
All right.
Out of here.
Do you want to touch on real quickly what you did after H for H?
Oh, I went to there's a new Masters of the Universe um movie coming out, and right after I came from H for H, I had to turn around and fly back out to Hollywood so I could attend the after party and draw people's faces. I got to meet some famous people. Look, I got given a figure from the actress who plays Evil Lynn. I drew her nephews, and her father was just enamored by it. And he was like, he reached in his goodie bag and was like, "Here you go," and gave me that Skeletor figure. Um, I got to meet the original He-Man, live action He-Man, which was Dolph Lundgren. Very nice guy. I was as tall as him, so I was, when we've
Really?
seen Rocky, when you watch Rocky, he's so big.
Enormous.
He's enormous, right? But I was like, oh, I'm as tall as Dolph Lundgren. Yay. Like, that made me happy. Met some other really cool, famous people, and got to talk to the former bodyguard of Stan Lee, and like Ace Frehley is a guy named Chris. Just so we're just swapping stories all night about stuff. Like, I've been lucky in my career that I've been able to meet some really cool people, famous people and stuff like that. So like getting to swap stories and pull up pictures, and oh, this is me here, and oh, over here, and da da da. It was a great time. So a lot of traveling, a lot of traveling. I was very tired,
Are you
but
rested up now?
oh yeah,
Good.
I am rested up now. Like, I have we have a big in Jersey. There's a big tournament at Highlander Games this Saturday and Sunday. There's a 300-point modern on Saturday and a 3v3 sealed on Sunday. And there will be no null there, and hopefully no colluding this time. So or cheating. So even though one of the people that cheated with Howard is also going to be there, so we'll
All right.
see. But let's keep going.
All right. So the next big event on the horizon in a couple weeks is Origins 2026, aka Heroclix Nationals. Mr. Dana Johnson, no relation
No
to son,
relation.
I assume.
No relation.
Okay. Is the winner of 2 free collectible game passes to Origins. And if you know Dana and want to reach out, as far as I know, he had already purchased 2 tickets, so he has 2 extra on his hands. So feel free to reach out and fight for those. Yes. But congratulations, Dana. You entered the Origin sweepstakes. You got your free entry. You also purchased some maps and T-shirt
Nice.
and got extra entries. And I think there was a total of 11 entries of your name in the
Yeah.
drawing, which I'm sure had some small part in you winning. Which, that being said, we are going to be doing 4 passes for Gen Con. And we're going to do the same sweepstakes over again. So
Nice.
learn from Dana that while you get a free entry, if you spend a little cheese, you get more entries. And I'm not supposed to say it increases your chances, but I'm
I
just saying
mean,
you
if
get
your
extra
name's on the
entries.
wheel more, his name was on the wheel a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all right.
For those that got shirts, they will be in the mail tomorrow.
Nice.
And those maps, all 3 of them, are designed by this man down here, Jay Patel. Everybody loves the temple ruins. Yeah.
I do have a critique on the Temple Ruins map. There is
I know the lines need to be a little
the
thicker.
lines are a
So
little thicker, but there's 2 spots in one specific starting area that are surrounded by blocking. So you have 2 squares of water that have no access if you have no flyer. So if Perdega time was legal, I just go put your non-flyer slash
I was about to
non-phasing
say,
teleport into those spaces.
that's what he did.
so
Scotty did it on purpose.
I built it that way because of my hero or because of my D&D players. It just happened to turn it just happened to work out a different way for Heroclix.
Nice.
Well, for the most part, everybody's very,
That
very happy with them. I love them personally. I'm hoping to get mine soon.
Every time we play at the local shop, I'm pulling out the indoor RWC map. I love that map, and it is phenomenal for the wall crawler trait.
I do want to call out this last little bit about that. Red Rain Clicks 25, there was a mishap with distribution. I did not get the maps I was promised, along with some other things. And we were able to make that right. Everybody who was supposed to get a map has gotten their maps now. They are all very happy. And we did our best to fulfill our promise to the players. So I apologize for the delay. It was a situation outside of my control, but we did what we could to make it right. I hope everybody's happy now. So going forward, we now have Gamer Mats, who is going to be working with us going forward. and they are a very good company that will make sure they follow through on their promises. That being said, okay. What else are we talking about today? I think
You
there
see, you
was
got
some news
errata.
today. What?
You got erratas, or you got a podcast questionnaire that you said you should send out today.
Well, let's go over. We should go over the questions first, I think.
And I feel like the errata should be first.
Okay, let's go over the errata. Do you, gentlemen, have the errata in front of you?
Yes.
Yes.
I have the gist of what was. I know
I mean, I
the
don't have them
stuff.
all in order per like what you're saying. Let's just start off with what Jay sent us. Crimson Bands of Sidorak is banned.
Yeah, along with Halt Mutant.
Hulk Mutant is banned. Thumbs
So
up, thumbs down.
so quick note on those. While we look at the uh initial update on just the Wizkids page, when it looks like they're only banned in modern, but they're
No,
actually banned in
banned
all
in all
In
formats.
all
formats.
formats. In all formats. Yeah. They don't need to be something that keeps 95% of figures that are made now from engaging is bad, and that's what Hulk Mutant does. And Crimson Bands is just, it can't be just, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not good. Things that make it so you can't attack people is just
Yeah.
not
That illusion thing is also kind of terrible.
Illusions of Icon. I think the thing about Illusions of Icon, the reason why I didn't get banned is because if you roll a one, that's just one attack that you can kind of whiff
The-
off.
yeah, there's a certain level of randomness that comes with that. It's it can be dealt with relatively easy.
Yeah.
Also, pulse wave exists.
Also, it does exist.
So, just real quick, I want to read WizKid's explanation for this, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Early in design of one shots, the team concepted them as a way to answer a common fan request of getting more turns into each game of Heroclix. Special attention was paid to tuning up defensive one shots so that players could enact temporary defenses to protect their teams as they got into the fight. However, some of those effects overshot the mark and made it frustrating to engage. These two one shots are especially notorious for that, and so are removing them from the metagame. And then it goes on to say we reserve the right to do so, blah, blah, blah. What are your guys' impressions of this explanation and the errata as a whole?
I give it a thumbs up. I approve.
I think I think Crimson Gem
Ban.
uh, should have been eroded rather than just banned. So if you look at it, it's one of the most iconic spells that Doctor Strange has, and he uses it quite frequently to lock an enemy down. This very well could have been fixed by just changing it to opposing character, because the main way people are using it right now is, they'll move a character, then have a planet go, oh, you're going to be immune. Okay, fine, it works that way. But how it's worked in the comics, the TV shows, the bands hold somebody down. By
Mhm.
changing the effect to just opposing, I think it would have been perfectly fine.
They showed it in Infinity War. It helped Thanos down for a moment. He used the Crimson Bands on Thanos.
And he had to use a gem in order to get out of it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
the rest of the erratas are just a simplification or clarification of wording. And that's kind of my only issue with this is when I get something, I want to be able to use it. And by
Hmm.
getting these one shots, they're very new still. And just saying, instead of trying to fix them, they're just saying, nope, you can't use them anymore. That doesn't feel good. I haven't used them personally, but because I'm not a huge one shot fan, but um, I would like to be able to use them in a format if I wanted to, and they just needed a clarification, like Jay said. I think that's all it would have taken. I think it would be fine. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's better just ban it or to try to fix it?
Um, Again, I think a fix would have been personally. I think a fix would have been a little better, but that's just me.
Doesn't mean they can't come back and fix it.
That's
Yeah.
true. They could always change their minds. They've done it before.
It could. I mean, I think they when you read the explanation if they kept that mindset with every one shot that they make going forward, we wouldn't have had this problem after they made rivalry. Rivalry was like, oh hey, we have matching keywords. I don't have to roll dice when I attack you. If imagine if rivalry still was in right now and now we have the Venom Max, I automatically get to hit somebody and then now that deals more damage to somebody. Like that's what they had in the game. So I think for Wizkids to go forward, what they need to do is they need to keep that. They need to start really thinking about the overall like almost future proofing themselves, which I know is hard because you know when people do these play tests in a vacuum, they're only thinking about maybe what's now. But I think all the play testers would do themselves a service by looking at what could possibly come and what is already like even just silver, thinking about what these things could do in silver is just and you know that could help out so that we don't have this problem because the majority of one shots that come out are actually great. It's just those small few that are like, you know, the cream always rises, like we like to say.
Jay, you looked like you were trying to say something.
I hear what you're saying about planning the one shots and learning the lessons. I don't think that's entirely feasible. Um, we don't know how long it takes for a set to be created, set to be sent to the, you know, sent to the play testers, then whatever the cadence is, right? I'm sure by the time that one thing is routed, there's like three, four, five other sets done. A, a, a cadence otherwise just wouldn't work. So it's hard to go, hey, we learned a lesson in January and now we're going to retroactively apply it to things that happened friggin' 9, 10 months ago.
But if
Or
you
things that were designed 9, 10 months ago.
but we don't get Halt Mutant if they learn their lesson from rivalry. We don't get Halt Mutant. Halt Mutant, no one can tell me that they're going to look at a thing that says, hey, you can't move within 4 of me if you have a special power. When the average HeroClix player says, well, everyone has special powers, damn near. Like 90, probably 98% of a set has special powers some way, shape, form, or fashion. So to say, you know what, we're going to make it so that this thing only costs 5 points, one, and then you can't move within 4 of me, and you can use it offensively or defensively. That's not good for the game in a game where you want people to engage with each other. It's just not. That's not a good. You know, it's not good. It slows the game down and it makes it you know not fun
Uh,
for people.
I'm going to wrap
But
this one up by, or did you have something to say, Jay?
But see, that's counterproductive to what's been said by players, right? That the games feel so much shorter now because you were so much closer than before at 16 squares versus 24. Alpha Strike is much more feasible. Alpha Strike with multiple figures is much more feasible. So if you have things to slow that down, it
Yeah,
actually allows the game to last
Yeah,
longer.
but that's what
I
they
But
can
now
agree
do
with.
though. That's what
but
they
now
do.
we're
They
getting that complaint that, hey, the game is, this is making the game last longer. Pick a fucking lane.
Okay, I
I
want to pick
agree.
a lane. I want to say that if I'm going to alpha strike you, I'm going to place Halt Mutant on myself and park in a Colosseum arena on your side of the map. Now you're at a -2 to attack, -2 to damage. I can't move to you because you're within the bubble. So it's a
All
little
right. To
disconcerting.
put a bow on this particular issue, I just want to say everybody's an armchair quarterback, right? We can all. None of us are in the pits designing these figures. None of us that I know the behind the curtain and how the ins and outs work. We don't know all. They are told they have to think about it and put it into it. And frankly, WizKit or HeroClix players are notorious for breaking nice things. So no matter how much thought they put into something and how carefully, precisely they make it to make everybody happy, 99.99% of the community happy, there's going to be that 0.1% that's going to break it, and then we start all over again. I think that the design team, despite whatever faults they may or may not have, um, they're doing a job that I couldn't do. There is a lot that goes into these things that are beyond my comprehension. I
You
for what
shortchanging yourself, Wes. Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
for
As
whatever
something.
reason
Yes, yes, you could.
they
You could
designed it
easily be
this
a
way.
playtester.
My
Yes, you could.
only thing is when I buy something, I want to be able to use it. And I think they've done it enough to where they tweak one or two words and change how something's used completely.
Well,
They could
there's
have done
more.
that with this.
There's more in this errata list that we could go over that we'll touch on those.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let's
trying to
do
wrap
it.
this up.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So, Scott, I want
Yes.
you to talk about Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk.
Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk. Oh man, I just played him at a competitive event not too long ago.
Yes, you did.
And I did pretty well. I got top 4.
Congratulations.
So you did pretty well too.
Where is he at? Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk. So basically, the way Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk was working would be like, oh hey, I'm gonna play this this one shot and give him damage. I'm gonna play Soul Siphon and give him damage. And I'm gonna choose when I make my pilots come out. I'm gonna move into this certain position on the map and make pilots just start popping out
Here
because
comes Thanos.
You do it
It's
on
a
my-
race to get them out, right?
I can do it on my turn where I want him at. Now he has to get damage from an opposing character, from an opposing effect. So that plays him like I played him, which is what I thought it should have been in the first place. You want your pilots to come out, you got to go out there and take some
Fight.
licks from your opponent to get your pilots
Yeah.
out.
Thank you.
All right. So, question about that. Does an opposing effect mean if my opponent puts out something like laser turret or something, and I park myself in there and I get damage from that laser turret, is that an opposing effect if I do it to myself?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If the lava
Or
pit's there,
Mystic's
yes.
damage.
I wanted to clarify that for our listeners.
Yes.
All right. So, Scott, thoughts about this?
I love it. I mean, that's how I played it. Whenever I told people I was going to play Spirit of Vengeance, I'm going to play him how I want to play him, not how everyone else was playing him. So, I mean, I love it. It plays just the way I wanted it to.
Jay, was this the intention behind it, or are they reacting to the players?
How would I know?
So, I got a question for you. If orange rules were legal in modern events or silver events on the maps, would the orange text on a map that my opponent placed be able to give my Spirit of Vengeance damage?
Oh.
No.
Because
No.
it's
No,
not
it's
their
not
effect,
opposing.
it's the map effect, right?
Yeah. The map
Okay.
that map rule wouldn't count as an opposing effect.
See, the way I look at this, I feel like that was the intention all along. They just missed that 5 words in the original text. I feel like that's the way it was meant to be played, but that's just me. Jay,
Because
do you have
there
any
wasn't
thoughts on this?
any, but there wasn't any one shots that. Oh no, yeah, there were.
Yeah,
I
there were
think
from
people
Collector
just
Pro.
people just they didn't when they did it, they didn't think that people were going to use it. But I mean, this goes back to what I was just talking about with Jay is the people that playtest you have to have a remembrance when you go forward with stuff. You have to be like, oh yeah, well this thing exists. This thing exists that what can
Antonio,
potentially
how many thousands of figures and cards and things are out there? You can't remember everything.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to remember everything. I'm not saying remember everything, but I think it behooves you to at least remember, hey, we're making this thing that's very powerful. Why not make it like I mean again, remember you used to play 4 Thanoses. You know, they had to change that. Why was that even a thing to begin with? You know, why not have some forward thinking as a Heroclix player, just as a player? If I'm a player and I'm playtesting, why wouldn't I as a player say, well, you know what, this can get out of hand? Because we've seen we saw Slipnir. Slipnir was big enough for everybody. We saw Ghost Rider 2099 with Darkseid. That was a big enough thing in the community way before Spirit of Vengeance came out, where we could have said, let's just fix this whole pilot issue so that it won't be an issue, so that we never get to that. And the way Scott decides to play him is perfect. That's the way that all of these characters now should they play like the way you should play. You fight with them and then get them to their stop click and then something cool happens versus I'm just, using it
Yes.
to hurry up and, game the system. So
Yes. So this thing is mirroring the Gauntlet Spider-Man too. I know he's on the list as well.
yep.
He can't.
He's still good. And he's still good. He's still good. Gauntlet Spider-Man is still good. You mean to tell me an outwit character that gets me on it for free?
Stop. I'm going to talk about Gauntlet Spider-Man at the end because that's my boy. He's my boy. I'm taking him for
That's
the
my
last.
boy. That's my boy too.
Jay, you've been incredibly quiet. I want to hear some thoughts from you.
About which part?
Spirit of Vengeance.
I have yet to play it. and every time I've played against it, uh, in a competitive event, I'm running something to deal with stop clicks. In a non-competitive event, I've yet to face him. Um, so not a big deal to me.
Look, I'm just saying, if you want people to hit your Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk, put the Bloodstone on him because everyone loves to heal. So now you want to put the Bloodstone on him. Now you're gonna get hit.
So does this cut him off at the knees, or are people still going to play him?
Oh, I'll still play him.
The
I'm
majority
sure
of
some
people
people
won't.
still will.
I mean, if you actually play him the way Scott was just talking about, the way he's intended, he is a piece that can do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you play
And
that
he's
piece?
and he's very versatile. One
Yeah,
figure can get you all of the support powers you need.
all of them.
Outwit, prob, perplex, whatever. He's very mobile.
I'm
Like,
going to
yeah,
say,
he's
I'm going to say
still
this once.
worth playing.
If you need a broken piece to win, you're not a good player.
Is he broken though? If you're playing him aggressive,
The
I'm saying
I don't.
the way he was being played was overpowered and overused.
But that's not a figure being broken. That's
a
it being
mechanic.
It's a
used.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
I
being
mean,
used differently than intended.
All in all, I find this fixed fine. I'm perfectly happy with it. I no notes. Anybody else?
Look, if they made any more erratas to him, I feel like it would be a pilot errata that the pilots need to be equal or less points than the figure.
yeah, he wouldn't even see play if that was the case. He wouldn't even. No one would play him. I think if that was the case.
I'd
I mean,
still play him.
well, let me rephrase that. The majority, he would have never made this big a splash
Oh
if
no.
they would have put that from the jump. He would have never made this big a splash from the jump. From the jump, he would have never made this big a splash.
All right, Jay, do you want Loki, Venom, or Trisentinel?
Realistically, I shouldn't comment on any of these
Okay.
because I haven't actually gotten to play a game in a long enough time now. With judging at locals, that I realistically haven't seen the personal impact to be able to speak one way or the other on it.
All right,
Look, I'll do Trisentinel. I've played
But I say
Trisentinel.
all right, go
Trisentinel's
for
the
it.
biggest one of the everyone else
Trisentinel
that's
is probably the
listed.
biggest one impacting because you would need multiple Trisentinels to pull it off multiple times. But now it's just limited to once. So I feel like that just says I don't need 3 Trisentinels anymore. I just need the one.
Which is still good. The Trisentinels are still good in multiples because you can still do deal penetrating to somebody based on
Destroying the blocking.
destroying the blocking. So
Yes.
they still work, but again, people they like to do the cheapest things they can for victory.
Well-
They just
well-
they snatched a little bit of it away from him. Oh well,
Will this make
it's not.
Lucas Tom Van Holland cry?
No,
Maybe.
because he's still doing penetrating damage as he's destroying
Still doing
blocking.
10. Yeah.
You run
Still-
something with a ton of walls
Yeah.
and the Nick Fury safe house. Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, it's again, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just people like the easy button. I'm always going to say that. People like the easy button, and now the easy button's been taken away. So it's like, oh, when take one of my easy buttons away.
Is it still meta?
He's still good. So
What's the question was?
Is it still meta?
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just one of them is still this. If you look at a lot of people's build sheets, a lot of people only have one and they still play him. So he's still going to get play. He's still going to see play.
So there is one thing to speak to that. His stop clicks actually become a little worse, because of the way that they're phrased. When a pilot goes off board, he takes a click of damage. Realistically, in most instances, you're only going to be able to generate 2 pilots because you get knocked to your first stop click. Let's say they kill the pilot. His own effect is going to deal him the one unavoidable, taking him to click 8, and you're not going to get to generate a pilot from that. Let's say your opponent then knocks you to click 9. Then again, they kill that pilot that you generate. He'll go to click 10, won't generate one at that point, and then he gets KO'd, he's not on the board to generate anymore. So
So you went back to Spirit of Vengeance.
there is a larger impact that happens from the way that he's worded now. You're
We were
not.
talking about Tri Sentinel, Jay, not SOV. We were talking about Tri Sentinel.
No, but
I
you
was-
made a very good point on SOV. You don't
I
need
was
to
just
pack
looking
4
at his
pilots now
card,
unless you want those powers.
I was just looking at his card and I just realized, oh, hey,
No, you made a very good call there.
I mean, I think that's the thing about SOV is the pilots that are generally chosen aren't ones that you can just deal penetrating damage to and get them up off the map easy. So even someone like
sure.
I think that's the only thing. But yes, you are correct in that instance. But that's the only thing about that is that, oh, okay, generally you make it so people cannot, you know what I'm saying? Like they can't do anything. So oh well.
All right, somebody talk to me about Venom. What's going on there?
The Prime Venom,
Yes.
Sinister 12.
He was
So they
insane.
added a few words. When a standard friendly character with the Sinister Syndicate keyword is KO'd by damage from an opposing effect,
Yeah.
including Venom, after resolutions, you may generate a character with the Sinister Syndicate keyword from your sideline on its last non-KO click adjacent to an opposing character. This game, the generated character isn't scored when KO'd. Protected pulse wave.
Is standard necessary?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, because the pogs that you would generate from
are not standard characters.
They're not standard characters, so therefore you're not just going to generate 4 guys across the map whenever you get these pogs KO'd.
Yep.
All right. Is this a huge nerf? Is he still meta?
He's still really good.
Still good, but he's not an easy button. That's the thing. He's not an easy button. He is no longer the easy button.
Will it take him off the ban list? Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to send you one of those Staples easy buttons so you can just tap it every time.
I have one. Oh, I have one in the house. I have one. If I do a little bit of digging, I could pull it out right now because that's what people love, which is like, I never understood what a strategy game, like why people just like, oh, I just want to take the easiest route I can without rolling dice or anything like that. Or
and then somebody just talked about this recently that wasn't even a competitive Heroclix player, but they saw Worlds, I think 3 years ago, when Kong was on every map on both sides. And they're like, that doesn't look fun to me because everybody was running the same team. Things like this make it so that there isn't just a one easy button. Everybody has to build their own unique styles and not just play the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, again, the people are hunting for ways to not roll. People are actively hunting ways to win games without rolling dice. That is a thing that happened at Heroclix for Huntington, where people won a game without rolling dice.
Didn't Rory do really well in Battle World South?
Yes, he did.
With his Red Lanterns
team.
Yes, he did, and I love that. I mean, I love that.
The difference with the Red Lanterns is the Red Lanterns are specifically, the dials aren't long. So like Rory, when you watch Rory play that team, he's giving up points, but you're also giving up life. It's not like he's like, okay, well, I came over here and now your whole team just dies. No. He understands that I'm gonna take some lumps, but guess what? You are as well. So there's a give and take with the game. And if it doesn't go exactly how he wants it to, he's gonna lose. Right?
Oh yeah. Had I put him positioning differently in my game against him, and I would have went up to the elevated terrains, he would only had 1 poison on me, max.
So yeah, I mean,
that would be if he could get it penetrating.
Yeah, and like again, anyone complaining about that it's crazy to me because yes, you can just poison somebody, but none of those pieces make it so that again, when you watch it being played, none of it is like, oh my gosh, I can't hit it, I can't damage it, none of that type of stuff, So.
All right, so you got Let There Be Carnage also. Let There Be Carnage adds 1 phrase, 2 letters basically, or
D6.
2 symbols. When a friendly character rolls shape change and fails after resolutions, you may deal the attacker penetrating damage equal to half the D6 result.
Nice. So like usually probably like
clarified that it's half of that D6.
That's fine.
So the reason for that is the displacer beast. His shape change is when he uses it, roll a
He rolls a
d20
d20.
instead. Uh, yeah, d20 instead. If the result is higher than the attacker's attack value, it succeeds, and you may place him up to 2 squares away. Blah blah blah.
So I'll
No,
roll a
please.
Here,
20 and I give him 10
here's the
clicks.
fun part.
18 damage.
Null is attacking with a 14 attack. You fail shape change because you rolled a 13, and now you just get to do 7 damage to Null.
Yeah.
And that's just an extreme example, but that can happen. People perplex up attack values to crazy amounts, right? And yeah, one of my local players tried to do this, and his displacer beast's shape change just kept getting outwitted, or he kept getting pulse wave. But I was like, I see what you're doing here, and this is amazing.
I love it.
So I can appreciate this errata very much.
All right, let's talk about Loki, Sorcerer Supreme. Antonio?
I mean, Loki Sorcerer Supreme is the thing I'll say about this and all of these characters is Wizkids is future proofing by coming up with this when the character is damaged by an opposing effect. That's the thing that all of this stuff is really like, oh, when this is damaged by an opposing effect. So it gets around all of the self-damaging stuff. It gets around any of this, these things where people can easily get someone to a click that they want since pushing damage is no longer in the game. Loki actually becomes more dangerous, if you ask me, because now you have to deal with him.
Yes.
You just have to. The same as SOV, you have to deal with them. If you don't deal with them and you don't want to damage them so that you can get them into these clicks that you don't want them to, what are you going to do? The answer is what? Like, while he continues to shoot you and mind control you for free. Like, what are you going to do with him now? He becomes way more dangerous now that you can't self damage him. I, for one, love that piece. So, is he still
You see,
meta?
you can
No.
still self damage him, but you're not going to get the effect triggered.
Yeah, you and the if you're not going to do that, then there's no, to me, that I'm not self damaging a piece that I never, the two times I played him, I didn't self damage him because I like mind control for free. So, and I like the nuisance that he becomes, because if you don't deal with him, he'll just continue to mind control your team, shoot your team up and stuff like that, and deal damage. Fantastic, but the average player only wants to hurry up and get rid of the stuff. I don't think he's meta right now because people like all their team abilities and their special powers and things of that nature. But there is a build that I know I personally, me and my friends, been working on a build with him so that it doesn't kill your whole team, while still having him be great. I mean, so I think is he going to see play? No, overall, because he is not an easy button character, right? Before he was a nerf, but he nerfs you too. If he only nerfed opponents, then people would be like, yes, he would probably see play, but he nerfs a lot. No team abilities, no special powers is huge. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's gonna see like meta play, but I know I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna still build around him. I think he's a great piece. He looks great. That first dial, those first couple clicks are really fun. And him with Destroyer Armor, or him actually with the new Vault stuff from Wonder Woman, is going to be very fun. So I can't wait to see him.
All right, so I'm the young blood in the group. You guys have all been playing this game for much longer than I have. From my understanding, self damage has been a thing from almost the beginning. People have pushed themselves, self damage somehow, and WizKids is always trying to draw that back somehow. They got rid of push damage. Uh, I don't know. They've done things to help mitigate that. Is what they're doing trying to get that rid of that completely, and does that hurt the game? Does that self damaging,
No,
has that been such a strategy of the game for so long that it is not as fun without it?
no, self damaging, self pushing damage didn't get nixed because of self damaging being a problem. It slowed down gameplay. That's why, and it didn't seem right for someone to take damage for fighting 2 times in a row, right?
But that
And it
was
seemed
what it was
silly
used for.
for
They used it to damage themselves.
some that's a small percentage of, and I mean, guys, you guys can give me
Yeah,
your
your
opinions on this, but
activation clicks. That was it.
there's a small, or it's called like, oh, if my second click was better, or if I didn't care about pushing because I knew this click was good too. So pushing damage served a role, but it also slowed down gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It made people not want to fight, which is what they were have been moving away from. They want people to fight more. That's why, that's why they got rid of that. But self-damaging is still in the game, but self-damaging in these instances where a powerful effect is coming on these clicks, that's completely different. Then I need to get the click two because my click two is better, or my next click is a little bit better. So I'm a self damage, or I'm gonna hit a mystic. Hitting a mystic when you know you don't have invincible is self damaging yourself. Whether people want to admit that or not, it's self-damaging. So self-damaging is still in the game, but I'm glad that WizKids got rid of self-damaging in these instances, and I hope that going forward, again, looking at what's happened in the past, they can then say we're gonna go forward with these when we have these types of Loki's, Spider-Man's, SOVs characters going on, because they're gonna get more in the future. So when those figures come now, their stop click will say when damaged by an opposing effect versus just let this whole thing happen over and over again.
Jay, do you have any thoughts about self damaging?
I wish pushing damage would come back as optional.
Yes.
I enjoyed self-damaging things. Just that's a stance I'll always be on. There
Pushing
are
damage got
far
around
too many
Mystic. So I'm all for it.
there are far too many things that have effects down the dial that I would rather have access to at my whim rather than just at my opponent's.
But doesn't that add a layer of fun to the game that you don't know, that you can't do it on your own terms?
That's gone. That's gone. The moment that we could see the dials on the card, that went away. In my opinion, that went away. The like I don't know and stuff like that. That stuff kind of went away.
Uh, I'm going to be crystal clear on this point because I'm going to say the exact opposite here in about 2 minutes. But I've always been against self damage as a tactic. I feel like that is not cheating per se, but it's not the spirit of the game. That no superhero is going out there punching himself into the face so that he can get
Incredible
stronger.
Hulk.
Maybe.
The Incredible Hulk does just that.
But I don't know. It's something I don't enjoy, and I've never enjoyed playing against. And I feel like it's used way too much. And I don't know. I think these erratas are fine by me. I think that the spirit of the game is you go out there and you fight and you damage each other, and then something cool happens. Like that's how I see it. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
No. What
Right,
you want to
so
get next?
now I can say the exact opposite. Spider Man. What did Spider Man do wrong? Nobody's playing him besides me and Antonio. He didn't
Wrong.
hurt
Nope.
anybody.
Rizzo
Nope.
plays him.
It's some people that play him. It's people that play him, but people like their toys, and they paid all this money for their one shots and their other stuffs, and their sideline, and that WizKids has made so valuable. So having a piece that can just take it away easily, they don't like that. So
Yeah. Let me just call in my Beetlejuice and make him give the Spider-Man the damage, and then I have my Beetlejuice still that I can put back on the sideline that doesn't exist, but he still does. I can call him in when I want.
Right. I really love that figure, and it sucks losing that ability. But I also understand why they do it because this stuff is, I think, out of hand, and you shouldn't just be able to self damage yourself to a better dial. But
make Spidey a menace. Make Spidey a menace. Still play him. Anyone that's listening to this podcast right now at this point, still play Spidey. Make him a menace. Spider-Man has outwit. He has perplexed through the gauntlet. He can bring in
hypersonic.
Mjolnir for free. So you get a free Mjolnir for whoever you want in the game. Because if he starts with it, when he equips the gauntlet, he'll drop Mjolnir. So Mjolnir is now free. Yeah, yeah. When you equip whatever you equip, whatever you were previously equipped, it drops. So he comes in already assigned Mjolnir for free. So when he starts the game, he equips the gauntlet, which will drop Mjolnir. So now you got a Mjolnir for free. Pick up Mjolnir. Now you have a free Mjolnir, and you have a character that has perplex, outwit, hypersonic with precision strike, 3 bolts, and invincible. Go be a menace.
No,
I
because
want to clarify
any
that.
so any character that has a trait that allows them to start with an equipment, if they're equipped during force construction, they don't get that equipment.
They don't get the one that they can create, so he would not get the gauntlet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, so does he not get the really?
You yes, you would get the
The hammer.
you would get the Mjolnir or whatever you equip him with during force
But
construction.
wouldn't drop the other thing.
You would not get the gauntlet.
Still fine with me. So now I'm just going to hypersonic over to you, and then I'm going to just stay pulse waving you in your face and make you fight him, and make you get rid of all your shit. Like
His
it's
10 attack or
perfectly
whatever
fine.
kind of sucks, so that's the bad part.
Let me validate that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case because I remember this
Yeah,
coming
I
up.
I 100% know you're right because I did intensive study of Spider-Man when I was playing him, and I knew every power and how it works.
You are correct, sir. All right, so that sucks because I really like that figure, but I get why.
You can still play
Resolve
him.
of the Green, Wes.
Hold on, I'm trying
Yeah,
to find
don't
it.
be a pansy. Still play him.
Yeah, now you get to not have to play Despero. So now he doesn't get the whole thing. Now you don't got to play Beetlejuice with him. You don't got to do any of the crazy shit that people do to self damage him. Make him a menace. Send him out there and make people deal with him. Like that's how you do. He has Outwit and Pulse Wave. Make people scared to play against him. Like okay,
Yeah, I agree. All right, resolve the green. Another one shot.
Quick pause.
Yes.
Starts the game equipment clarification 25.2E. Some characters have traits that let them start the game with equipment. When using these characters, you must indicate if you'll be using their trait that blah blah blah. If you choose to use their trait that lets them start the game with an equipment, you may not assign them equipment during force construction. They still gain the equipment they start the game with that comes from outside the game. If you choose to assign them equipment during force construction, they may not use the part of that trait that allows them to start the game with an equipment. They may still use any other effect the trait may grant. So yeah,
is it at does Spider-Man start the game with the gauntlet, or does it say at the beginning? Because I thought it said at
starts
the
the game.
beginning of the game.
Pretty sure it
I'm
starts the
pretty sure
game.
it's force construction.
That he says that he. I thought it says at the beginning of the game, Spider-Man equips the gauntlet.
Let's check. Spider-Man. When Spider-Man starts the game, he generates and equips an Infinity Gauntlet equipment special object.
So
So
So with that-
25E or whatever it was says no. You choose which one you're going to take.
I'm gonna take the Mjolnir, and or
Both
if I don't
ways.
want to give you points, I'm just gonna take the gauntlet and run around and beat you up. But yes, okay, good to know.
Resolve of the Green. When a friendly character that can use willpower is hit, you may choose that this turn they can reduce penetrating damage and reduce damage taken by one in addition to other effects. They just moved the comma around, it looks like.
Oh, I'm about to say why did they change that at all? Okay,
It's this turn, and when a character that can use willpower is hit.
okay,
Yeah, not a big
Just
deal.
that's a great one shot, by the way. Resolve of the Green is a great one shot.
It is a great one shot. We got two left that it looks like. We got Copycat and Magneto.
It's fixed to regardless of line of fire.
Look, the Magneto at 295 points, Chef's Kiss, they made him better. I feel like you're going to see more of him.
I don't think they made him better. I think they just clarified him.
Yeah.
Because realistically, that's how it should have worked to begin with anyways.
You mean the free attack thing that he just chooses a
Yep.
square? Yeah,
Yep.
I thought that's how it ran anyway. I mean,
Just another
whatever.
clarification thing. I don't think it's a big deal.
And then Copycat.
Oh, this one hurt. This one hurt.
This one hurt. Like
She's still powerful. I don't care what you say. She's still super powerful.
She's still powerful.
she is still super good.
Yes.
So when we saw this, I sent out a message to my locals saying, "Hey, here's all of the erratas from today," and somebody complained about Copycat, and I was like, "Are you really wanting to have me take my Copycat and KO your Spider Ham from Top Click again and again?" I for a balance perspective, I get why, and support it from a player perspective that really enjoyed this piece, this hurts my soul.
Yes, this is exactly what I was telling Scott before we started recording. Is I Copycat was so overpowered for a pog. It's not even funny, and I didn't like her as far as uh, what's the word I'm trying to think? Like I thought it almost felt like cheating. Right? It was so much to do with so low points, but I used her because I could. She existed. She was super powerful. She's 15 points. She's on my team. But I think that this is how it should have worked from the beginning.
It took somebody 4 outwits to get through and try to poison her.
That's insane.
And it still can if you do it right.
Yeah.
And it still can if you do it right.
Yeah, it's really hard to get those 4 outwits on
I
her.
will
though.
say the thing about her that drove you crazy is how much time you spend. Okay, who in this range has this power? Who has prob? Who has perplex? And having to read your opponent's cards, and it was too long for such a small piece.
She's still really, really good because if I want
Absolutely.
this guy's powers and they got sidestep, well, I can use them here, and then I'll sidestep over, and I'll get a whole new set of powers.
You know what this requires, Scott? Placement
Thought?
and strategy. Placement is key.
I know. I've told you that many
I
times.
know. That's why I'm calling you out, because you've told me that many times.
Positioning is king. 1000%.
Right.
She now is a thinking person's piece and is just as powerful when used correctly now you have to put some thought into her. She's still gonna see play on my team. My team that has her on still is gonna play with her because sure.
Because for 15 points, she's still freaking amazing.
Yep.
And thank you,
less
Copycat,
so
for
than
selling a lot of Deadpools. That's why anybody bought it, and I appreciate you. My heart goes out to you.
So I didn't even know that was done. I bought 3 because about the copy.
And the trick arrows.
The trick arrows, yes. I wanted
Trick
to have
arrows are
3 copies
ridiculous.
of the trick arrows.
And that Deadpool is really good, actually. The Deadpool is actually very good.
He's just
That's
Yeah,
all.
y'all are overlooking the
He needs
Pog
to be
Rogue.
dialed
I
back
like
a little bit. He's overcosted.
Y'all are overlooking that Pog Rogue.
She's not bad for 20 points. She's not. I like the Vanessa girl too, or the other girl that comes in there. I think she's pretty fun too.
All right, so something we have not done in a long time is questions from the community. Jay suggested that a lot of people might have questions of their own about these erratas, and we could discuss them tonight, being our first podcast to put these out. So, in a very short amount of time, we put some feelers out, and from our Discord, Rory wants to know how much will we miss Ian in the Dial H videos.
Ian who?
Ian.
No, I'm just ha.
Oh,
Ian who? He's already gone. He retired. You know, we forget about him as soon as they leave. Nah, I feel like his creativity that him and Calder had together, the chemistry they had, it will be missed. But I mean, just listen to Talkn Clix.
Word.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll still be at future events, so we'll probably see him there.
Yeah. He didn't say
I mean, I wish him well in his endeavors.
Yeah, I'm about to
He didn't think
say.
he was leaving the game. He just said he didn't have time to devote to the podcast anymore. So I'm sure you will see him around.
Makes sense.
Right. Rory also wants to know, with the erratas, what figures will go up in use?
Mastermind. The Mastermind. Magneto. I'm going to use Magneto sooner or later.
Yeah.
He was already on my radar to use anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that. I think it's just Magneto. I think all the other pieces will go down in play. All the
I
pieces
think
that
Loki
were errata.
might actually see more play.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, if people just play him as he's supposed to be, if you just play him like a regular Heroclix figure that just has a really cool stop
you can
click.
see him go up and play.
The free mind control is so good.
So
why
good.
should I limit my capabilities to just my force when I can have your force as well?
The best thing in the
Personally,
world.
I would be more apt to use
love
Spirit
that
of
power.
Vengeance. Spirit of Vengeance being able to do what he did anyway, but now I have to just throw him out there and I don't have to think about the strategy of self-damaging him, Because then you're just
Yep.
playing solitaire, right? Now
Yep.
being able to actually throw them out there and play the game with the way it's intended seems more fun to me. So I might be using it more.
I agree. I mean, it makes it a million times more. He becomes a million times more effective as a just that as a piece that you just throw out and force someone to deal with. And then now all of a sudden, okay, now I get to bring out this person and that person and this person and that person. Like, I think that's great.
Now, the flip side of that, Rory wants to know, will any of the errata figures completely drop off all competitive use?
I feel like Copycat will be the easiest one to drop off at 15 points,
Yep.
Yeah.
but she's still really super good.
I mean, it makes me sad
Yeah.
because she's so great. It's just not as broken as she was.
I think Spidey will drop
yeah, I was about
pretty
to say Spidey.
He
significantly.
wasn't seen play
Yeah.
anyway, outside of Antonio and I.
No, it was some people that were playing him, especially mainly in silver, because in silver is just silly, and now making it so that he just can't instantly. Because I was getting rid of people's stuff turn one with him, so you know, not being able to get rid of people's stuff and then making people have to play with it is just it's kind of a problem, you know, kind of a problem.
All right. Delightful Drew Warren wants to know, with the growing attention for red, white, and clicks, could you see the event becoming significantly bigger in scale? I'm going to defer to you guys for this since I have my own opinions.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope.
Yes.
Your face been on TV a few times, and the notoriety of the event is getting larger, not only in your community but in other communities based on the average, all the publicity has been getting as of late. So all fingers crossed, because it's a you know, it's a good thing for
I'm gonna
veterans
go
like
with
myself.
a different country. Squeeze your thumbs.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's South Africa. Squeeze your thumbs.
Let's do it.
Hold your
So,
thumb.
I want to hear your thoughts on RWC.
Mine.
Yes. Is it going to be?
I haven't been able to attend, but I'm hoping to. With some changes that have happened in my life, I may actually get a chance to go out to some of these events that I've not been able to go to at all. So, I mean, just one person, you're seeing a little bit of a growth, and with all the stuff you're doing, I'm sure even non-Clix players, you can start getting them to attend as well. Especially with all of the different pricing you're getting, you can actually start expanding into other games, which I don't know if you want to or not. I don't know if that's something that you plan for or not, but you have an opportunity there, and that could create for a bigger cascading effect where you get just so many more people there.
Mm-hmm. So something I've talked about that I don't think has gotten enough attention is Red, White, and Clicks is no longer just a singular event. It is now an organization, nonprofit organization with 50c3 tax deduction approval and all the whole 9 yards. We are a full nonprofit organization. So the intention is to grow. We have a lot of things in the pipeline. Some I'm more confident to talk about than others. One
Well,
thing.
you got the next question to read.
What's that?
Just read the next question.
Oh. Okay. Have you considered expanding to multiple weekends, additional events throughout the year, or running RWC in different locations? Scott, you take this one.
Yes, I am going to put it out there now that in 2027, I will be hosting a sister event to RWC on the same weekend that Wes will be hosting RWC. So we can have an RWC South, an RWC North, whatever you want to call it, an RWC Texas, and just to see. I mean, Jay, if you're going to go to one, don't go to Wes's. Come to mine.
Yeah, for some reason, Scott has this big head and thinks that he can top my attendance. I say he's full of crap.
It's Texas. I can top your attendance in just Texas.
Jay, you are up in the Pacific Northwest, where Clix is on life support for more or less, or as far as public large events. There's not a lot out there. Everything's in the Midwest. Is the Clix community alive enough that if there was a RWC out and on that side of the coast, that it would be successful.
Yeah, I mean, even the regional that we had for rock, we had a pretty solid showing for that. And that's on a it was on a weekend where a lot of people were away. I think anything that goes towards charity will probably draw some attention. The last charity event that I remember had 32 players, I want to say. 32 or 35, somewhere in between that, and that was held here in Everett.
No, I think that Miles Kane has done a couple of like camping events or something out there that have done pretty well.
Clix camp.
Yeah.
Yes, but
So
those aren't charity related.
no, but I'm just saying that it's a Clix related event and it did well.
Yeah.
So the answer to the rest of the parts of that question, multiple events, additional events throughout the year, different locations, the answer is yes to all those. They are all being considered and in the pipeline. As far as when they'll be put into place is a question mark. But we are looking at running multiple smaller rock type events regionally. We are looking at possibly integrating other type of games into the system. I don't know about that yet because Heroclix is the only game that I know. So to do that, I would need somebody with a lot more knowledge of these other games.
Right, there's other
but
games.
We have a lot of things on the horizon. We are growing. We are going to do more, and we are going to spread out past Lafayette, Indiana, with the RWC in Lafayette being the flagship event that I hope everybody will come to. But yes, we are going to be branching out past that. What do you think? Oh, for anybody who doesn't know, by the way, Red, White, and Clix is my own personal event that I started 2 years ago. It is a charity event for veterans. Everybody comes and plays. I feed you guys. All the money raised, I give to veteran-focused charities. 28 soldiers are here today. Veterans were here today because of the money that we raised last year. Our funds were directly used in preventing their self-inflicted wounds, let's say. So it does have real world impact, and Antonio can testify it does matter.
1000%.
What do you think? What do you think is the best way to improve new player retention?
I mean, they got to have product, but more than just product, they need maps. I feel like maps have become. We'll get the play at home kits, but not every store is going to have a bunch of play at home kits. For the oh my god, the prize kit. It's got figures and maps in it.
Mm-hmm.
For the release day, you get some maps out of there, but I feel like we don't have enough maps to support the group that we play with. If I have more than 5 players, because we get 5 maps, and if we got new players coming in,
and
we don't know if they're coming back. You're gonna give them a map. We need more maps.
So
And
doesn't
I feel like
that
if you want to save ink, print them like they got them on Roll20.
doesn't
Just print the basic map. Here you
isn't
go.
that more on store to order the kits though? Because
They can
if
only
you're
get so
seeing
many.
Limited on what they
consistently
can order?
5 players, I don't think the release day kits where those maps are that limited.
Okay.
Usually we get 3, and that's what the store owner tells us we're capped at is 3. And if I have 16 players, somebody's not getting a map, but not everybody needs a map because I'm usually carrying all the maps anyway.
Now, the way I interpret this question is player retention. He's not specifically talking about getting new players. So,
Well, I'm saying if you have a map, then they have more ways to play at home,
Right.
which is going to help them retain and want to come back.
My brain really went to advertising and marketing, which is part of the RWC mission. Is a lot of veteran charities don't have a marketing budget to put their names out there. So even knowing that they exist, I don't know these specific ones exist. So I'm trying to get their flyers and information so that I can tell veterans about them. I think Wizkids would be who to put more effort into putting their name out there, because the second I did a television interview or a press interview, people are going, "What is Heroclix? That sounds cool. I want to know more about that." just because I said the name. Like if people knew about it, it would make a huge difference. So posters, any kind of advertising, just put it out there.
So I think you're answering more the next question, which is what is the best way to entice brand new players into HeroClix rather than improving player retention?
Mm-hmm.
So
So, um, as far as player retention goes, accessibility is going to be the biggest thing, right? I know with the recent change between Alliance and I don't know what the new company name is, but there's a big shift that happened. The store that I run events at, we lost out on a bunch of things that we were ordering that just haven't shown up yet. And we don't even know at this point if they're going to or not. We didn't get any Venom horses. We didn't get any Venom
Same.
T Rexes. We didn't get any of the release day kit. We didn't get any of the map and terrain kit. So a few of my players have considered going, hey, do I really want to stick with the game when I can't even get the product? So I think accessibility definitely has to be the biggest thing to be able to have player retention.
Jay, what's the phrase you use in place of beating a dead horse? What'd you call that?
Burning the bridge, no. Um, necroprancing.
Yes. To risk necroprancing this issue, I think a big part of retention is the community. And I think that when new players see uh, shenanigans happening at events, it is a uh, push away from the game. They see it being high competitive, high stakes, cheating, dishonest play, and that's not going to keep them in the game. I think that we need to be better stewards of the game and portraying it as a fun community. I think the community overall is great. That's part of the reason I'm still here. My wife, who thinks that HeroClix is the dumbest thing ever, after the first RWC, she's like, I love these people. These are the greatest people. I think we need to keep doing that, and regardless of who's around, because you don't know who's going to be around. If it's a new player and they see somebody getting ousted from the game for cheating, that's not a good look. I'm just going to say.
No, but
Um,
it is kind of a good look because we're saying, "Get out of here, cheater."
get out of
yeah.
here.
And I, do. Some people automatically talk about prices, but at the same time, now I don't know other games very well, but from what I've heard, HeroClix is one of the cheaper games out there in its, demographic. No,
For what it is, compared to Warhammer,
yes,
HeroClix is cheap, right? But those are it's retention. When we start talking about retention, like y'all have already said, it's not about getting someone to play, it's getting them to stay. And like you just said, Wes, it's about the community. So it is about making it a place where they want to come back. That is the game organizers organizing it to be a new player friendly environment, knowing that yes, you might have some people where they want to play for practice for nationals and worlds every single week, but that is generally going to push new players away. You know what I'm saying? In most instances, not everybody is as super competitive or wants to be a world champion or anything like that, and that's perfectly fine. So I think it's everything that y'all have all said. It's like Captain Planet. With our powers combined, we too can, save this game. And it's called you have to advertise. You have to have product like maps and things of that nature. We have to bring back things like New God Night, where we help bring people in, and that helps keep retention when you show that you want more people in the game. Wizkids, I will say to Wizkids, you know on for them, they have advertised, because I've watched people on YouTube that have gotten product from WizKids, and it's like, oh yeah, some of my favorite comic curators online on YouTube have gotten product from HeroClix. And people, us HeroClix, well, some of us HeroClix players hate it because they don't know it, so they don't show show me the cards, and they're in people's comments berating them with show us the cards, like, so it's called that's what it's about. It comes back down to community. Our community has to be welcoming to new players, and make it so that these new players actually want to come and stay and play. So, because just at Heroclix for Huntington, 95% of it is the same people that I've seen for the last 20 years playing this game. Eventually, we're gonna not be here. So we need the younger players to come in and stay. And the community is the lifeblood of that. And once the community is what's going to bring them in, and it's what's going to keep them there more than
So,
advertising will.
so on that note, I'm going to self plug a little bit here. Um, I think one of the other ways to get player to stay in the game is to have them experience new elements, things that they haven't played before, just because they don't have access to them or they don't own the piece. So there's like, hey, I'm playing what I have. On that note, here's where the self plug comes in. Next week, I'm holding an event for my locals where we're doing a cube, just a HeroClix version, but the boosters are a little different. Instead of, is anybody else hearing that?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I think that's coming from you, Wes.
Hearing what?
The
Feedback.
feedback and static. So continuing what I was saying, I'm having a cube event where each booster is going to have 5 figures in it. It's going to have a equipment, a terrain piece, and a card for a map. And you draft like normal, but it's going to be an 8-player table. You draft, once going one way, once going the other way, once going the last way, and then you build from what you've pulled so far. Everyone ultimately will end up with 24 game elements. And doing this, my players are going to get to play pieces that they haven't played before. In most instances, they're going to get to play some chases, some super rares and some primes that they just don't have access to right now, unless they're looking to borrow from me. Which there are some that do, there are some that don't. So having people learn what's outside of what you're used to, I think, is another thing to actually retain players.
That's
Having
absolutely true. I was
So
actually
I want
going
to
to
shout
say the
out.
same thing before you started talking, Jay. Is that I've been playing Scott's casual corner games for the last few weeks. I absolutely fucking love them, man. Uh, Being able to play these figures in a new and different way and play different figures is so much fun. Players tend to get stuck in the 300 modern mindset that's the only game there is, and there's an infinite number of ways to play HeroClix, right? If you can dream of it, there's a way to play it. This
1000%.
this last one with Scott, it was Catcher the
Rescue
Pog,
the
where you had
Pug.
to move the Pog across the map. And I played it wrong because I was still thinking about battling out, not just moving the Pog across the map. I could have beat his butt if I thought about it right, but I was so locked in that mindset. I think demonstrating these types of gameplay would be a lot better for the retention aspect.
and on that note, if anybody wants the documents on the cube as well as the figures in the cube, just message me. I'm happy to send those over to you.
Send it to
Nice.
me. Send it to me.
Okay.
I want to shout out to Undervault and our former guest Bill Powell. They're hosting an event on June 20th. That's the same weekend as Nationals.
Nationals.
Do you
Yeah,
know
Nationals.
what else that day is? Birthday.
Oh, it's just some schlub we all know. So
And nobody
I will
cares.
be going to visit those guys in Livingston at the Undervault. I'm taking a small group of locals, and I'm telling my guys that are going to go with me, these guys don't play competitively. They're just now learning the game. You may face off against the Magneto. If you want to build your Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk team and go crush faces, you can play it to where you're not crushing faces and you can still go have fun with your Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk. So build to have fun, but build to keep them playing. Don't crush their dreams and put out the fire before they even get started.
How much more fun would Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk be if you had to actually play the people who make up the actual character? Like that would be actually what I think that would be much more fun if you had to play the actual people that make up that actual character. That would be absolutely. I think that would be such a fun piece.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but X-23 is not one of the people that make up the character.
I mean, I'm just saying, regardless of who's in there, it would be cool if they you had to play those actual pieces that made it. But
I agree.
Yep.
And shout out to you guys for organizing these events outside of the norm. That's awesome. I love to see it. All right, Cosmic Spidey 299, which I believe is Michael Straight. Is that right?
Yes.
yeah,
Michael Straight, our unofficial member of the group, because he has been here so many times. Love that guy. Is the table really round? So, although the screen is square, I think if you drew a map of the United States and connect our points, they would somewhat complete a circle.
let's do it.
What?
It would be very I don't know, triangular
Lopsided.
shape almost.
It might be an oval
Oval. I was about to say oval shape. That's all right.
because
Tomato.
one person's in Texas. I'm here in Seattle. Antonio, I think you're in New York, right?
I'm in Jersey.
So that goes
Jersey,
this way,
okay.
and then down
And
me.
Wes, you're like all the way in the middle in
Yeah.
Indiana.
So it's kind of a
That's not creating a circle. At
I was about
best,
to say,
it might
it's-
create a
it's-
triangle.
Yeah, it's almost.
all right. Are you?
So
Go ahead. What?
go ahead. No, go.
Are you surprised that the Batman Vault boosters are not more villain themed?
Okay, we haven't seen all of them
Yeah.
yet. I don't think we should make that judgment.
There's a Wonder Woman thing just dropped yesterday or today.
Apparently,
Like,
it's 3 more.
Yeah.
It's 3 more that we
Holy
haven't seen.
shit.
Apparently, it's 3 more. I thought it was 8 different varieties of it, and we've seen 5 of the 8. So the next 3, or at least 2 of them, will be, I think, like Batman enemy. We've seen the Titans one, we've seen the Penguin one, the Catwoman one, the Wonder Woman one, and the Super Pets one.
I haven't seen Super Pets.
I was sitting here counting. I was like, wait, we've seen 5. Which ones have we seen?
Yeah.
So yeah, anything's possible.
That's all, y'all. I haven't seen any of them because I'm not looking for it yet.
I've been
I
probably
can't
busy.
wait.
I haven't really paid that close attention, but anything's
wait.
possible right now when we have so many that haven't been debuted yet.
Yeah.
Mark Berger wants to know, what are your thoughts and opinions on the errata / ban list? I think we've already covered
Rewind
that.
like 45 minutes and you'll get it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I say. Get all
Are
of
there
it.
any additions or removals you think would help improve the game?
Fortify can go.
Fortify
It's
can
on
go.
every
You can
team.
basically take 90% of the one shots.
Yeah.
Just
No, I wouldn't say
No.
90%, but like
90% are good. It's the small
yeah, it's
90
that
98%. Scott.
10%. It's that maybe 10% that's just but yeah,
Any of them
Fortify
are 5
can
points, get rid of
absolutely
them.
go.
Scott may be extreme on this one, but I tend to agree with him. I think I'm not a fan of the one shots. I'm just not.
Yeah.
Figure
They're battlefield
wise,
conditions.
Mind
They're
Gem though,
battlefield
give
conditions.
me more effects like Mind Gem to be able to shut down a power without having to use Outwit and be able to target characters that have
Yeah, they're
safeguard.
so powerful. They one of the things that comes in the Vault Booster is the Lasso of Truth, which is 20 points of when I'm next to you, you don't have protected outwit anymore. So I don't care about your power cosmic. I don't care about your protected outwit, and I can just outwit you. That's super powerful for 20 points, and that's about to be a game element that that can be had. So
I can have
Sure,
Earth for
but
less
how
points.
easily out of the Vault Booster is going to be available?
I mean, here we go. I agree with you. I 1000% agree with you. I'm not a. I guess I'm just not a fan of. I'm not a fan of things being costed that are super low that can affect the game so powerfully. Regardless of how rare or anything it is, I'm just not a fan of that. When you have characters that get these hugely like again, the Artemis that's in that same booster is 100 points. She's 100 points. That's a lot of points versus the 20 points that can shut down any and everything that you can give it to anyone and it can shut down her whole power versus like a 15-point leech that can shut down your team abilities and do the same thing, in like a area of effect. It's just, I'm not a fan of stuff like that. That's all. That's just me though.
Is there anything you guys would take out of today's errata list? Besides Spider-Man.
Yes.
No, he can stay 2.
Yeah. Like I said, Crimson Bands. All it needs is just one word added to it.
I would definitely add spectral armor, and I would add fortify. Fortify is just it's we see
45 is
helpful.
workable though, because if you're only dealing 3 damage, then you're not triggering Fortify. So I mean, it's workable.
When did Fortify come out? Let's see.
Collector's Trophy.
Smash and destroy.
Collector's Trophy.
So
Fortify-
it's been out for
Oh yeah, it retires this year.
yeah. So like
If
we're back to
retirement
that
stays the
discussion.
same,
I feel like it's been out long enough that we've dealt with it for 2 years. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm telling you, I don't think retirement's going to retire what everyone thinks is going this year. I think it's going to change.
You heard from Scott first.
I mean, what would you have it then? What do you think is going to be then, Scott?
I feel like it's going to go to 3 years.
It's been a talking point.
Another year of Beetlejuice? Oh.
No. They already said Beetlejuice is going. They made that announcement already. But I feel like you're going to get 3 years out of some of this stuff.
I think
Lantern
Legacy survives. Lantern Legacy survives, I think.
Yeah, because it wasn't here.
It was there last year. I played with Mogo and Umbrox last year at Worlds.
I'm all about the constant rotation. I want to see new figures, man.
My 300 modern team was Kong at 200 with the 2 planets.
Okay. I don't know.
Did you say so? All right, we got like 4 more questions, and then whatever extras have come in.
Scott's ready to move along. He's tired.
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm going to be in a man lift tomorrow, 80 feet up in the air working.
All right.
So I think we can skip the first 2 questions from
McConnell Lamar asked our thoughts on today's erratas and what else would you like to see addressed. We already covered that. If you were in charge of Wizkids, how would you get the fight for Gotham Vault boosters into more players' hands?
Reduce booster size or reduce brick size by 4 and add in a vault booster.
By 4, not 2?
He wants to go back to the Infinity.
Sweet Jesus, by 4 boosters for 1 vault booster? That's 20 elements to gain.
Okay, you're right. So yeah, go down to 10 and add a vault booster.
Yeah. That's all. That's all.
All right.
That's what I would change.
McConnell wants to know, does anybody have a tasty Tri-Sentinel Legacy card for your boy?
If I did, I wouldn't give it to you anyway.
Hold on. Have a tasty Tri-Sentinel Legacy card build.
Yes.
Oh, build?
So he's actually looking for the... Okay.
I thought he said the card.
Well, he said...
I mean,
card
if you
build.
borrow the card, I can definitely loan it out.
McConnell can't have any of that. He doesn't need any of that. No.
Now build.
That's my McConnell is my homeboy. His face is sitting here on my wall. He's 1/3 of the team that we were on that won Team Worlds a few years back. So that's the homie.
Do you have any interesting build ideas for him?
Yes. I mean, he's kind of just a supplemental piece on the build because I only have one, but I have him on a Ultra Chase Collector Reverse Flash. And then Tri-Sentinel with whoever I want. Usually it's a leadership piece that has TK or whatever. Right. I believe it's Akili. He's got some. It's a nice range team / reverse flash. Can we get up in their face? But I mean, I love the Tri-Sentinel. He's just like, hey, whatever. I'm just over here hanging out. Now you want to deal with the collector and the reverse flash while Tri-Sentinel's just doing his thing.
He's a good piece, man.
All right. Coming in just within a couple minutes before we start recording, Kevin Manning wants to know, what's the cube format debuting at Marymore next week?
Like I self-plugged earlier, you have booster of 8 elements. You're going to draft it's like the Magic cube format, and I've got every modern set in there except for I think 1 or 2 400s.
Nice.
But I plugged in this earlier.
All right. What colossal LE are you hoping for at Origins besides Venom Galactus?
Ooh,
I have my answer.
go ahead.
The rumors around Transformers, man. I want to see Optimus and it's all his Clix glory. Optimus Prime, baby.
Thunder Tank.
Ooh, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't even think about that.
Thunder Tank would be great. I need them to hurry up and release that Sentinel Buster Iron Man that they showed us last year at Worlds. I need that to hurry up and just go ahead and come out.
I want Warworld.
Yeah, I mean,
Warworld or Godzilla.
Godzilla would be great too.
I feel like if
but-
any of that stuff was coming out, we would have seen it already. Is there anything that applies to the sets we've already seen coming out that would be colossal?
I mean, you could do something from the Power Rangers potentially.
Oh,
definitely
Megazord.
Power Rangers.
Do a Megazord.
Power Rangers could definitely do two. They could do. I would buy a Goldar, like a normal size Goldar that comes with like the big Goldar that he can like transform into. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Like they already made the figure. It's the ooze looking guy from
Ivan Ooze.
Okay,
no
who here remembers the
Supreme Intelligence.
Yes, Zordon, just like that.
Yeah, and the Supreme Intelligence too.
Yeah,
Hey, Jay,
I mean, do it.
Jay, you're the resident D&D guy. Is there anything colossal D&D related?
Tiamat.
I
Give
mean,
me a
we've seen the Red Dragon. But if we're gonna get Tiamat, we also should get Bahamut. You can't have one without the other.
Send it. Send all
I'm
of
here for it, baby.
Send it.
Oh gosh. Tarask. Tarask would also work.
I mean,
That's a super iconic, hard to kill monster. A world ender by all rights. So that.
Look, we already had a Cthulhu, so why not just make one in Clix form instead of Heroclix?
Yep. And make
Sure.
it accessible. That would sell immediately. Immediately Cthulhu with
And we've already got a bunch of cryptids, so
immediately Cthulhu would sell. Oh my gosh.
Slender Man. Give me Slender Man.
Not that he would be on a colossal base, but I can't wait for them to make Vecna. I'm excited for that.
Vecna could be on a colossal base.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, they could. Don't get me wrong. Again, send it. But when I think of colossal base, more than the 2x2, like the Galactus size.
Okay, so on that note, Big B and Big B's Big Hand.
Okay.
Or Mordekainen and Mordekainen's Hound.
I mean, I could also use a Cerebus on a big base like that.
Sure.
Even though I think that would be on a 2x2.
Yeah, in your words, send it.
Send it.
You know, Scott triggered a really interesting thought I've had for a while is more vehicle type, like 1x2s. I would kill to see Knight Rider Kit.
On a 1x2, that's a peanut base.
Well, I don't want to be greedy. Make it 2x2.
It don't got to be a giant.
Do you mean 2x4?
2x2, 2x3.
2x4. 2x4. So like the Batmobile. Yeah,
Yes.
2x4. Yeah, that's 2x4.
Yeah,
That's 2x4.
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 Yeah, that.
Yep.
That and Thunder Tank and Ghost Rider's Charger. Yeah.
If I'm looking at the Batmobile right now from Batman 66. If they made the Charger the same size as that, or even the Thunder Tank is kind of big as that, people would buy that in a heartbeat.
100%.
They would buy it in a heartbeat. So they just gotta make it.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Taking a quick step back to answer one of the other questions, another thing I would errata is Mumra.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Make him usable.
1,000%.
Make
Yes.
make Mumra usable.
Yes.
You know.
You know,
Yeah.
that's something that everybody thinks about erratas as nerfing of a figure, but they could use it the
Yeah,
other way
make it
around to make
better.
it better.
Yeah. They generally don't do that though. I mean, we could have a whole thing about why they make why is a character like Mumra even being made in 2026? Like I think that's the biggest gut punch is why did he even get printed like that?
So
Like
I think the way that he's made in a vacuum works really well. But Gore the God Butcher just takes a big stick and goes,
No, Antonio
"Here's your
played it in a
sign."
vacuum. He played with his girlfriend with Mamra and the Thundercats, and he got his ass kicked.
By
like
all rights, he should from the Thundercats
He should
because
okay,
he does
you should
every
be able to
He
episode.
should pose a threat though.
Every
that you should
episode.
pose a threat. You should pose a threat, and he
Yes.
should have a chance. He should have a stone's throw chance of winning. He has none
Look,
in that game. He has
Okay,
absolutely none.
the
when
Thundercats
did
are really good at
hold on.
100 points each. Just saying.
When did Mumra ever beat the Thundercats?
When he first came out, like the first few episodes, that first time when he turns into Mumra, he kicks Lionel's ass. The
Lionel's
first
ass,
time.
but not the entire team.
I know, but because the entire team couldn't stand up to him. So again, I agree with you, and like you said, in a vacuum. But Mumra should, again, in 2026, you shouldn't make characters that automatically lose in any format that they
Jay, by
play.
that
That's
logic,
not fun.
every supervillain would just be nerfed to
Yeah,
oblivion.
that's not fun because none of the super villains that we love that get made a million times ever win at ultimately they always lose. So it's called like making Mumra better again in 2020s. If I hope they don't do that with Cobra Commander and all the Cobra guys, where it's like they're just completely inferior to the Joes. That would be horrible.
I
So
love talking to
and
you guys so
Mumra's
much.
inferior to the cats by leaps and bounds. So
All right, Scott's
So,
ready to go.
No, I'm good.
Quick
What-
question for you.
What's up?
When you were playing the Thundercats versus Mumra, were you playing them at 100 points versus
No.
Mumra
no,
at 50 points each?
I played I played all of the Thundercats. So I think I played Lino at 100 since I wanted him to be full. Everyone else was played at 50, and I played Snarf and Wily Kit and Wily Cat. Right? So I played all. So I was at a deficit. I didn't play any objects or any special terrain or nothing. And then my girl played, the Mumra and the mutants, and they just get wiped up. There's nothing that they can do that makes them better than the Thundercats. Like the mutants get wiped up because all three of the Panthro, Tigra, and Chitara all can attack multiple of them in one attack, and it's called if you don't roll, you're hoping that you roll high, you roll that 6 on that first kill, so you can have Mumra out with some people that can kind of tie people up. But he's I mean, he has shape change that Lino and them get around immediately. Lino's like, no shape change for you. Hold on, that's a power that he has. He's 300 points. Why? Like, why do you do that? So
The mutants don't have shape change.
no, but Mumra does when Mumra comes out. So like
Gotcha.
that piece that could help him evade being attacked is like Lionel's like, no, you don't get that. So let's just wail on him. Like it's just he's a horrible design. Anyway,
All right.
I agree with you, Scott. I would take Mumra in a heartbeat. Like change this,
Yeah.
change him up in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. All right.
That was
Kevin wants to know what is your most played figure from the Venom set. I have
Ooh.
not played in a minute, so I'm going to let you guys talk about this one.
13 Spider-Man. The Spider-Man that says you don't get to remove your action tokens unless you're clearing. Love that guy. He forces tempo control.
For me, is Black Suit Spider-Man. I've pulled him in almost every seal game that I had, and Heroclix for Huntington. I had 2 of them on my team, and he was rocking and rolling. And
I can never get that willpower to trigger when I want it to trigger. It's like first turn or never.
Let me tell you, Scott, it came in so much handy. Oh, you hurt me? Sweet. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wall crawler back, and then now when I really need to, I'm gonna roll the willpower, come up to you, and then just flurry you into nothingness. It was amazing.
Yeah,
So
Which
yeah,
figure?
it never works for me. I mean, I love the design, I love the concept, but it doesn't work.
yeah,
Which
he's
figure are you
been
talking about, Antonio?
the zero. It's not the 013. It's the black suit Spidey that's in the common slot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he
Number
wall,
5.
wall
Yes,
crawler, the super
he's
strength.
phenomenal. He's good. Spider-Man 2, really
All right,
good.
so
Spider-Man 2 is very good.
I have a thing for necroprancing horses. We talked about Roll20 before, and Roll20 dice hate me. Our last game, I had like 20 ones in a row. Like, it was insane.
No,
It
I
wasn't in
can't
a
do it.
row, and
It
it
wasn't in a
wasn't
row.
that bad.
I'm a proxy. Me and shout out to Paul Waller. When we were practicing for Heroclix for Huntington, we just set up our cameras and video called each other just like this, and we just proxied each other's teams, and we played so that we could roll and stuff like that, and we played that way. We played what 4 games that way. So yeah,
You
I
will
can't do
not convince me that
the roll
Roll20
20.
is fair.
I
It's
just
not.
can't do it.
Look, Roll20 is fair. If you take all 4 of us playing a game, it's going to calculate all the dice rolls, and they're all going to be. It's going to come out as fair. Now, it may feel one-sided to you versus me if you're rolling a bunch of ones and I'm rolling a bunch of fives. But overall, it's fair.
Okay.
It just feels like it targets people.
I do want to do that sometime. I want to run a battle royale with the 4 of us. That'd be awesome on Roll20.
Well, I
Sure.
mean, yeah, I uh, that sounds like a not fun time. I hate Roll20, but I would do it with listen. I would do it with y'all. I would do it with y'all. I would do it. But I hate Roll20. The first time
So,
I roll like 2 1s on my super senses. Anyone that's played against me knows that I roll my super sense and evasion very well. So the first time I roll 2 1s in a row on evasion, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm like,
so Wes, have you told them what's going on for next month?
What's going on next month?
We're cutting down to once a week because you
Oh.
got a busy schedule.
Yeah, June is a very, very busy time for my family. So
I hear you.
we're going to cut back to one episode a month.
A month?
Or
Holy
one,
cow!
one episode a week for that month. So if you like listening to us, I'm sorry, but I just do not have the time to dedicate to the show for those 4 weeks. It's just too much.
So normally we try and schedule a round table for once a month. If we make the final month episode the round table as a battle royal, since we're doing playing clicks also, would y'all be down for that?
Hey man, listen.
Sure.
I can endure some
but
pain for y'all. Okay, I'll endure the pain
it,
of.
it depends on when, because June I'm traveling quite a bit.
Yeah,
It'll be the last Wednesday of the month.
Well, we'll figure that
Last
out
win.
off camera.
yeah. Okay. do it.
Jade, you were so quiet, man. I want to get you to talk to more. Do you have a favorite figure from Venom?
Yeah, it's Rex Strickland. I've built a bunch of soldiers team with him. I haven't gotten to play any of them, but I've built a bunch of soldier teams with him, and ooh, I love that figure. I've seen it in action. One of my locals played the God of Light with him and made a bunch of swords that were then flurrying and then rolling 2d6s for their damage or chains. Either way. And
sword.
that got crazy, and I was like, "Ooh, that this is definitely something I want to build and play."
This was at the very last BR I played in. I had Rex Strickland, and so this was from Red, White, and Clicks from last year. This was given to me, and I now, whenever I do a team or a battle royale, I put my biggest or my best figure in the tank. Scott Porter and everyone else that I played was like, "Why do you have this tank on the field, Antonio?" And I kept like, it got so much, attention. But when it had Rex Strickland, everyone was like, "This seems right that Rex Strickland is in the tank." And I was like, "Yes, yes, it does. Yes, his
Right.
stance is very much like I deserve to be in this tank." So Rex Strickland's a great piece. He's a great piece.
Tony, one of my favorite things about recording with you is in every episode, at some point, a figure comes up in conversation, and you just like reach behind you and grab it. Can you blindfolded, grab a figure off your table? Tell me what it is.
Venom God of Symbiotes.
No, but
could I
Yeah.
could I reach back without looking?
yeah,
Hold on. Oh, this one's too easy. I messed up. This is the Hydra. Because I mean that's kind of easy. You're talking about. I'm a HeroClix fanatic, so like feeling the sculpt is I already know what every figure is gonna be. As a matter, I almost pulled Mumra's whack ass out here.
He put that one back once he touched it. He's like, nope, not that one.
Yeah, he sucks. Like I
Well,
don't even
that
want
is an impressive skill you have, Tony. All
I
right,
mean, I'm a fanatic. Again, when we talk about all these figures that we've been talking about, I have them right there because I love these figures. Anyway,
Scott does a similar thing, man. Every time somebody asks, "Hey, when did this set come out? What year?" and Scott just goes, 2010." Like he just
Yep.
knows off his wall there.
I mean, I
man,
can
when
look at them and be like, okay, because I got them set in order, and I got a general idea of what year.
Yep.
I don't have it wrote down, but I could write them all down.
I've done something similar here
When you love
and
the game,
here.
man.
I'm not nearly that organized.
and here, but that's not something you'll see.
All right.
These are all retired stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, man,
That's cool.
I love it.
Go ahead.
Also, the new Wonder Woman that's coming out in the Vault Booster is a soldier.
She's dummy thick.
Flurry?
She dummy thick.
The sculpt looks amazing, and her dial is chef's kiss. Easily, to me, the best thing that I've seen from from Fight for Gotham is that Wonder Woman, especially her team up card. Yes, and more yes. So, yes, I can't wait. That is the Vault Booster I'm going after the most. Yes. Anyway,
All right. Jesse Curlin wants to know, what is the next map being planned for RWC?
oh nice.
Well, we got to the Temple Ruins, obviously.
I have no idea.
Jay, it's on
I
you,
just
buddy.
said I have no idea.
Jay, you
I
should
got
just
it.
make a whole
Yeah.
room of just
Ideas.
nothing but like HeroClix and like make an office, make a whole map that's just like the office with HeroClix and stuff all over the place. Just make the room a mess.
So almost every one of the newer maps have been I'm doing something for my D&D player and I'm converting it to a HeroClix map. So it really depends on where my D&D game is going to go.
Nice.
If my players are going in some place where they're going down into the dungeons, great, then that's where it's going to go. What they're doing right now is going after something called the Dread Hydra, and they're going into its cavern where they're going to have to deal with it and all of its bullshit because it's managed to mind control a ton of different animals, a ton of different people, and it's going to use that against them. So making a wide field for that's probably going to end up being what the next map will be.
Now, I
got some
should
ideas.
probably ask you this off camera, so if you want me to edit it out, it's fine. Would it be interesting to you to have the map design be part of a prize? Like, whoever wins the tournament can have a say in the map design?
Feasibly, yes. It depends on how they're wanting to do it. Like if they're wanting to do the full art and do all of the
No,
trade.
it'd be kind of like how Wizkids does like legacy figures, where they say, "Okay, you won this championship. You have these options."
Okay, I don't know how Wizkids does that because
from what I understand, is they give the players limited freedom, but it feels like it's still their figure. So, like if you were to say, "Okay, we're doing the Temple Ruins. What input would you like into this?" And so it still feels like they have some say into it, but it's still your design.
If they want to do like a wireframe and have give me a specific theme of I want it to be based around, I don't know, the Panos Cristales in Colombia. Okay, cool. Or if they want to say, I live on this street and I want to represent my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I
Give
just
me a
I sent you
framework and I can
the
work with
top
that.
down Google view
Right.
from the
Which
armory,
was
and you just made it a map.
right. So anything like that, yeah, fairly easy to do. But if somebody wants to build completely from scratch, I mean, by all means,
Oh, yeah.
it's your thing.
Well,
And
you're the map guy, so I don't want to step on your toes. But it's something we'll discuss off recording. I just off the top of my head, I was like, man, that could be a interesting thing to do.
We'll talk about it.
Sure.
We'll talk about it. Is there a chance of doing custom items or bystanders like the CCO did for RWC?
Here's the problem with that. I do not have a consistent 3D printer that can do mass printing. I know guys that have printers and they can do it on their off hours between their full-time job and their family. But to do it in a large scale would be very difficult. I'm not
Ye-
opposed to it. I could possibly do like pogs, like print stickers and put them on to poker chips, something like that.
there's a bunch of companies that will do that for you and make it look professional.
But
And the pods end up being
we
like
are a charity,
30
so
cents
I don't want
each.
it to be. I want it to be cost effective. Is the problem?
Sure, but you order like 400 and they're like 25 cents each.
Right.
Mhm.
So the answer to the question is maybe. I am open to any and all ideas. If anybody listening to this has a cool idea that they want to suggest, I'm open to it. It may not happen this year or next year, but it is something that we can look into down the road. And like I said, we are looking at expanding and outreaching to Texas and to Washington and maybe New York or whatever. We're just starting out as a organization, so we have quite a room to grow and see what happens. So we will look into it. I think that's all the questions. All right, guys. At the risk of being Degeneration Clicks and running a 5-hour podcast, we are at 2 hours and 1 minute. It's been an interesting conversation, guys. We always go over time. It's all right. We have fun talking. We talked for 20 minutes before we started recording. We're like, hey, maybe we should record this.
Yeah.
Am I sideways to y'all?
Yes, you are.
Sideways, sir.
What the
You need to
hell?
drink your V8. Do you guys remember those commercials?
I remember
do.
the commercials. They were at an angle though,
Yeah.
not at a sideways.
Yeah.
Maybe your phone's getting ready to die. Oh, there you are.
Somebody had just tried to call me, and then I was like,
Ah.
I said no
Yes.
to it, and it messed me up. My bad.
All right. Final thoughts or recaps for the other conversation.
Errata's
We have
good.
a bunch of other topics.
Do you have other
Um,
topics?
We did
Oh, what did I forget?
quite a few.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see.
And this is why I have a board of directors around me with RWC because I can't remember jack shit. And I can cuss because it's my show. So,
So we had Legacy Hopes for Batman Fight for Gotham.
oh,
We had the Inherited Technique mechanic and hopeful potential future expansion.
Okay.
We had, those were the two biggest ones that we had.
okay. Let's cover the hopes for Batman.
Joker.
Which one?
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping for Batman and Nightwing from Streets of Gotham. That figure was amazing, and I would love to be able to play it again. And its stats hold up pretty well too compared to the modern figures. Like, yeah, the 17 defense with
Super
senses. Yeah, like yes, 17 defense isn't all that great, but the senses there works fairly well. There's a lot of options, especially with a Batman set. I'm sure we'll have Batman and Nightwing multiple versions in there. So this could be another one of those split into two figures like World's Finest, Hal and Sinestro, among many others that have been like that. So I'm particularly hoping for that one, and then Halo from Batman set number 40.
Yeah, Halo was fun. From Halo from the Batman set or from Joker's Wild?
Batman. She was in Joker's Wild.
She was in Joker's Wild. Halo, if you're talking about the Halo that I think you are. That and this Batman Nightwing piece, it loses its movement attack like after click 2. So it would need some kind of something where it has no special powers.
It
So they would have to do
it
something
doesn't
with
need
some
it.
traits. Yeah.
the
You think
the
so?
trait that it has, well, okay, the way that it is right now, when you use the duo attack ability, they can use charge or smoke
They can
cloud
do
as a
charge or
reaction instead of
yeah.
making the second
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
uh like there's plenty of options. Give them the grapple grapple gun as a wall
Hmm.
crawler trait. Boom,
Oh
they
yeah.
get a
That would be
bunch of
good.
mobility there.
That would be
uh
good.
give them sidestep. I mean, Nightwing is the most acrobatic person in DC and is the only person capable of doing the quadruple somersault in the
Mhm.
entire DC universe. Give them freaking sidestep. They deserve it.
Word. I agree.
Um, so like there's options to make the figure better, and this would be a great chance to do it. Um, Also, on that same note, Nightwing and Starfire uh,
There
figure
he goes.
is yep. The figure looks amazing even now.
It still
Uh,
does look amazing even now too. You're
like
right.
compared to the, I'm waiting for the bus, or I'm standing up with my arm up like this. That is a
Yep.
super dynamic figure. Oh, and all they need is a little bump in stats, which there's plenty of ways to give them. Give them close combat expert, range combat expert, whatever the
Yep.
case may be,
That's all you would need.
and like work through it's such a beautiful piece. It deserves it. um and then my final one, Poison Ivy from No Man's Land. I know it's an LE. I know it's a little bit
With
harder
all
to get,
the
but it would be great to add to all of the plant marker figures. And she has a plant behind her already. Thematically perfect, right?
Yep.
So, like, that's
That's
my
my
hope.
favorite Poison Ivy sculpt, by the way. I put that on the Prime Poison Ivy from World's Finest, the one that controls Superman. I put that
Yeah.
sculpt on that dial because I was like, that's Poison Ivy. That was my favorite Poison Ivy. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm hoping to get a second of the Lady of the Forest and
Yeah,
put
she's so
that
good.
on,
She's so good. Such a good piece.
and
So
put the
good.
sculpt from there onto this Poison Ivy, the number 4 from No Man's Land, because that also looks freaking beautiful.
Yeah. Gorgeous piece.
Mr. Johnson.
He said haha Joker.
Oh,
The
that's
Haha
right.
Joker, and I would like to see the original Oots Batman out of the shadows.
All right.
Yeah.
I have two.
Is
One
that
of which I'm going to need you to. I'm going to test you, Antonio. Do you have free comic book day Harley with the upside down
No.
comic book? Oh,
Yeah,
I
my
never
hands
I
broke
never got
off.
that piece. I never
My
got
hands
that piece.
broke off. I got it.
I never got
I
it.
have
I like
have a
her.
few.
And then because I'm old, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Oh yeah.
1950s Adam
they would
West.
have to do something for the bomb itself because the bomb had a card. Did it
Yeah, the
not?
bomb had a card.
No, because you can just do it as a terrain marker.
You could that part.
Now, I love the bomb Batman.
It came with the bomb.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
the bomb Batman.
But they've done
But
that
yeah.
You
before
say
where
that
they.
piece is the bomb then?
Yes, that was the bomb.
I would love to see Adam West get a fresh take. I think that would be awesome. All right.
I'm gonna say something that people are not gonna like.
Oh.
Oh,
Justice
geez.
League strategy game. We got Legacy for the Dark Side. Give the rest of the 4 figures that are in there a legacy too: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg.
Why not the Batman strategy game?
Oh yeah.
Eh,
Now
I-
the Joker.
See,
So
I didn't like that figure as much.
No, but they could redo the whole figure.
they could redo the whole thing. Yeah. So
Sure, but you're kind of limited by what's on the dial already, and his dial wasn't exactly all that great either.
None of them were.
so my two of the ones that I would love to see. One is Joker and Harley duo
Oh
fig.
yes.
This figure was never good, so I would hope that they would. And they probably this was like one of the grand prizes, along with the cave and everything like that. So I don't think that they would do this because it's not many people have it, but I would love to see it. I would also love to see Solomon Grundy from the Legion of Superheroes, the SR, where he's
Yes.
like coming out the water and all bulky. That was my favorite Solomon Grundy. So I would like to see that guy be made. I would also like to see Geoforce from Joker's Wild be made. Um, that super rare was I thought was great with like the little rock hand that he had and everything like that. I would like to see that. I'm a big Batman and the Outsiders fan, so so whenever they make the Outsiders, I automatically grab them up. So I would like Geoforce doesn't get made a lot. We have a Katana that's in modern. Also maybe a Metamorpho from World's Finest. He was or Rex Mason is what he was called. I would like that as well. I would like those characters that the so for me, I always want the legacy cards to be characters that we don't necessarily get in the set. Not just more of the same characters in legacy form, that are in the actual, like I don't want to see any
Sure.
Batmans. I know you just said the Oots Batman, and I love that piece.
Adam West is not just Batman. He is Adam West.
I mean, I hear you, and
Yeah.
guess what?
I mean, I can agree that you don't want to see all those, but
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what?
going with the realization that it's going to be some of
it's
those.
gonna be in there. Yeah, 1,000%. And in that part, I want you got it 100%. But if I had my way, none of the pieces that are actually in the main set would be seen as legacy. It would be these fleshing it out. Solomon Grundy, he first arrived in Gotham. You know what I'm saying? He first arrived in Gotham. So I like to see that. Even maybe the Green Lantern SR from Joker's Wild.
Right.
He or the one from DC 10th where he's standing on the girder. Either one of those I would like to see as well because again he has links to Gotham City. So I would like to see stuff like that.
Was it
I would like to see.
You
was it
know,
Smash and
Roy
Story? We had
Raymond.
like was it Smash and Story? We had like 5 Colossuses. We had like
Smash and
we had like
Destroy. We had 5 Colossuses.
Do you mean
Colossus wasn't
Colossals?
in Smash and Destroy.
whatever.
Uh,
What am I thinking of? Because there was there was 2 main set and there was like 2 legacies of them or something like
of
that.
Colossus?
Colossus? No, not Colossus.
No, Juggernaut,
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
Oh, Juggernaut.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Smash and Destroy. We got we got
You got a Chase Juggernaut and a Legacy Juggernaut.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
After we had just got the SR
The
Juggernaut.
Detective
Well,
Trophy.
that's what it was because we just had another set. We're like another
Yeah, it feels
Juggernaut,
like
really?
yeah. And we're getting another Juggernaut and Thunderbolts because he was on the Thunderbolts. So, or we should at least, you know.
All right.
You know what you said about outsiders reminded me of Roy Raymond Jr. He was one of the very first characters that could get rid of team abilities.
Mm,
I think he would be a great one to bring back. Give him that same kind of ability.
yep. I mean, that's all I want to see. I mean, like the reality of the situation is, Nightwing is my favorite Bat character. Period. Nightwing's my guy. Right. So I'm hoping for a good Nightwing, regardless of what form he comes in, whether it's a legacy card or whether it's a figure in the set. I just hope that we get a good Nightwing, but we'll see. We'll really see. I hope that if I actually hope they make. It's not legacy cards, but I hope 2 figures that are also in the set is legacy absolute or not legacy. I hope absolute Batman and or I hope absolute Superman and Wonder Woman are in the set since we have absolute Batman. Just make the whole Trinity, and hopefully this won't be the last time we see him because let's just hope.
All right, I
I
got one more thing to add to it. Could they do title characters different?
Yes,
Mhm.
just bite the bullet and do it, Scott. Like title characters are right there for the taking. Like they no special powers, just do load them with traits.
All right. So, at the risk of sounding too much like Miles Kane, Batman has seen his day. Superman's seen his day. Wonder Woman's had whole sets. Flash has had whole sets. Green Lantern in spades. When is Aquaman going to get his time in the spotlight?
Never.
When
Never.
you
He's underwater.
if they make the new version if they make the version of Aquaman right now that is in comic books where he's the avatar of the blue, right? Then yes, we could see Aquaman actually, and they could give him his trident as an object that he gets for free, or
I mean,
people.
there's plenty of ocean related characters or Atlantis related characters that you could tie to him. You've got um, Black Manta as a villain. You've got
You
uh,
got
oh
Tempest
gosh,
that we
Ocean
haven't seen in
Master.
forever.
Yeah,
And then
Ocean Master that
the
we haven't
Joker
seen in
fish would actually be
forever.
useful.
Mira. Then the what?
Jokerfish is useful.
Sure.
It is poison. 5 points for poison.
Yeah. All right, Jay,
Sure.
what else was on the agenda that I forgot?
The
I
inherent
think
abilities.
Oh,
yeah,
Iron Fist.
inherited technique.
I like
Iron
those.
Fist and Shang-Chi from Marvel will definitely have inherited techniques, which we will probably. Iron Fist has shown up in the 400 for the Thunderbolts, which means he's in the set. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if Daredevil himself or Stick, if they make Stick as part of like the Marvel Knights type of maybe sub theme that they do in there, if they do Stick will definitely have inherited technique. Daredevil could have one version of him could have inherited technique. If they put an Electra in there, because she was part of the Thunderbolts, she could have an inherited technique. Iron Fist and Shang Chi from Marvel, or maybe here we go, maybe even Taskmaster. Taskmaster easily could have inherited technique.
I think Taskmaster would be one where you could get inherited technique cards on him regardless of keyword, just
Yeah,
because he
he
copies
copies
rather than having something that that's not true because he was a teacher for the
for
initiative
the
at one point.
Avengers. Yeah, yeah, Avengers people.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. I mean,
So
listen,
yeah,
they could do it.
that's fully fair.
They
I feel
could
like
do
they
it.
can change the name of it, and it can branch out into a whole
So
bunch of different things. So it's
the
potential is there.
the idea was also just expansion of the inherited technique, and I think the easiest place to do that would be with mysticals, mystical characters, and
One
having their
thousand
spells
percent.
be passed out. So Scarlet Witch, the Sorcerer Supreme. Love that run so far. But
Good.
she has a spell, Firmament's Fire, which looks super cool. She managed to do heavy damage to Oster. That could very easily be a attack special technique that could then get passed on to somebody else. Um, and there's a bunch of other characters that have
Look,
stuff like that. Clea, Dormammu, Umar,
here we go.
um,
Spider
Doctor
Man. Why?
Strange.
Spider Man from the Eight Deaths of Spider Man during the One World Under
Oh,
Doom,
sure,
where he got all the mystical powers. Yes, make that Spider Man and make him like a chase with inherited technique.
yeah.
Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do
Do
it, Justin.
You could also do Odin, passing off the Odin Force as an inherited technique.
Oh
You could do
my
Iron Man with his
gosh,
little
that'd
You
be
Iron
like
Man
so
that,
good.
Antonio?
That'd
You
be
like
so
that?
good. That's so good. That's such a because then you could do Thor. You could do a Thor, the inherited technique of because people forget that Thor having the hammer made you Thor. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It didn't just give you like, oh, I can just shoot lightning and twirl the hammer. No, I turned into Thor. You know what I'm saying? Like Eric Masterson turned into Thor. Jane turned into Thor. That one guy from Kansas turned into Thor. So it's like make Thor could have an inherited technique. That would be cool.
Um, Same thing could be done with armored characters. Tony
Yes.
passes off his
So I was saying
armors
Iron
to
Man
other
could do it.
people.
Yeah.
Um, Rescue has our own armor, for example. Rhodey having the armor. So there's a bunch of things there. Um, Wakandans could probably do it too.
Ooh,
that I
you
think
could
about it.
have the Black Panther that does it. Ooh.
Yeah.
They need to stop making Black Panther primes, though. You need to do that because that's what they would do. They would make all of the Black Panthers that have inherited technique primes, so you can never play any of them together on
Yup.
the team. That's what they've been doing. They've just been making all of them. Literally, all of Black Panther's ancestors are all primes, except
Yep.
for like his dad.
Except
the
for
only one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, T'Challa is the only one that isn't or T'Chaka
No,
is the only
T'Chaka.
one
Yeah,
that
T'Chaka.
isn't a prime. And then T'Challa 2, also a prime.
Also a prime. Azori, prime.
You got
Yep.
the super rare, or the chase, whatever it was from like Secret War Battle World.
Yeah, but that's
Not
like
prime.
way back when. It's not a member of the family in
It's
a
not a
generation.
member of the family. Yeah.
Like 1
I
million
mean-
PC. All right, what else we got?
I think that was it.
That was the last one.
That was it.
All right, guys. Well, this is definitely my favorite episodes we do. I've been looking forward to this all day. I love talking to you guys. We need to talk more often off camera too. We always wait till like the week of a podcast and we start talking all the time, and then we just kind of forget each other. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your insights. You guys are awesome. Do you guys have any final thoughts for the evening?
Stay safe and be good. I'm out.
Being kind is the new punk rock.
And we all just want to be heard, so listening is one of the kindest things we can do for each other.
Word.
All right. So if you're not playing Clix, you are talking Clix. And as always, keep on.
Good
Clixing.
night.
Have a good night.